Tribe up.
I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah, one thing I don't like, to be honest. They gon' keep popping until I pop up. Look at them acting astonished, claiming they trapped out of Hondas. They must was living in Disneyland. I was uptown with his problems, stuck on the post selling milligrams. They wouldn't last for a minute, man. Pulling them nighters, them double shifts. Call them plug re-up, I'm finished, man. Twice in a day, that's a double flip. Effing and twins, call them double mints. Chew through your flesh like it's double mint. Homicide asking my whereabouts. Nobody know where the fuck you went. Refuse to be tame, I'm a different beast. Grinding one straight in the dicky fleece. I'm on the road with the money yet, and I need a bean for a 50 piece. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God. This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me.
Yo, I ain't even about to do all that.
This is the part that gets spooky.
I'll leave it on my shit. Like,
they play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God,
you was doing right, bro.
I put the fear God in these niggas. Serving who moving that white. Yeah, I done got used to this life. I done grew heartless, stuck in the darkness. I know my future is bright. I'm at the stove and I'm knee deep, cooking your God and your repeat. Rifles inside of the trap, try to run up ahead. I'ma shoot, make you retreat. Niggas is not to be trusted. Searching for info, I won't reveal it. Gripping the handle, I clutch it. Shoot them bro day and I won't conceal it. Niggas be trying to stay relevant. The game is designed for intelligence. Hustle, I do it in fashion. Trippin' designer, that's elegant. I know they gon' hate for some iron reason. I'm a pole and they blocking a Dodge Demon. Give me some top from that main bitch, she gon' swallow my nut like.
Peace, peace. This is Al Power coming for the rebuttal at the HOK and Sonetta Cronies. Right? So I'm gonna let everybody else introduce themselves.
Peace, 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 peace. Talk to this one.
Peace. It's Jaguar Omac coming with this axe, man. Straight up. Scholarship facts all day long. We in here.
So yeah, I guess the first thing we're gonna be talking about is the lack of research that they have done. Talking about us and the lack of research, but you know, we ready to screen share. They did silly antics by having a panel and having people call in to try to prove what they're saying without being on the panel to screen share. So that right there was the lose-lose in the game. So I want y'all to peep the semantics that they doing, and just I want y'all to go do your own research. But this is why we here. So we're gonna be doing a little screen sharing. We're gonna be trying to touch on some variations and different topics that they was talking about throughout the show and yesterday's show. So wherever y'all fellas want to begin, go ahead.
Well, first we want to make notice of how they do handle the topics when they take, you know, when they ask questions. For one, they never allow a complete explanation of anybody to explain their point of view. Second of all, they always criticize the wordplay, but soon as we bring up etymology, they cut us off again. Third of all, Reggie's still trying to claim that you need to show proof and records to show that you a real Indian, when none of them brothers have proved to us that they are African. So all that is finna get debunked through these screen shares, and whoever want to go first, man, and I'll fall right in line.
And I'm gonna make a couple other claims on top of that. They claim that Africans made the voyage out of Africa 200,000 years ago by feet. That's absolutely no trace of Africans coming through the Bering Strait. There's no anthropologist or archaeologist evidence to sustain that claim. Also, and if they came by ship, there's no evidence sustaining no ships or nothing to prove y'all claim. So I must have to show y'all work.
No doubt. No doubt. Well,
Another thing I'm gonna go off on. Y'all keep bringing up DNA tests. You will jump to, well, I took mine to see if I'm African, and then you jump to, well, wouldn't you take yours if it was gonna get you out of murder? First things first. There's two different types of DNA testing that you're talking about. One's called genealogy DNA testing. One is called paternity DNA testing. Two different ones. The genealogy is 99% guessing. They call it astrology DNA testing. It's all guessing. Paternity DNA testing is accurate. That's how you allow yourself to know whether you're a father or whether you're guilty of a crime or etc. There's two different types. The one they use in court cases is paternity DNA testing. It's accurate. Genealogy is astrology DNA testing. It's all guessing. So, and we're gonna be screen sharing that also. I'm gonna let somebody else speak.
Yeah, hey, peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. The truth is in the building. Hey, yo, I mean, this is too stupid, y'all. You know, the DNA thing, since we're on that right now, right? That's the only thing they kind of hung their hat on. First and foremost, 60 Minutes did a DNA hoax, which Rick Kittle was on, and Rick Kittle said that the accuracy, that's what he said, was less than 0.1%. I don't know what else to say after that, y'all. They got probabilities, they got all these other things, and if you know that you go back every generation, your ancestors double. So when you're doing a maternity test, you can only you're going back one, lineage, one person, mother to mother, father to father. So it's not as extensive as a genealogy test. So they know that, and they know it's different types of tests. So they're just being disingenuous because they're not that slow, y'all. So stop it, y'all. And we can prove this. But I think we should play the video to prove that point. We'll go.
We'll go to that, definitely. Anybody else want to speak? We can definitely.
Yeah. But look, I'm gonna just tell you, man, if you go at them, man, you gotta just whatever you claim or whatever, just have, just have your proof or your evidence. But you know what, though, we're never be in a position where it's gonna happen like that. Because like I had the opportunity tonight or whatever, but my computer's acting up or what. I just bought this computer and this shit, I wasn't even able to save a video. I was trying to save the video I did, and it kept on denying it. So I'm gonna take this shit back tomorrow and go get me another computer or whatever. Hopefully, I won't have this problem again. No, but yeah, man, you gotta, like, with them, man, it's like you just gotta be able to back your facts up. All right, and that's pretty much like, because they're gonna bum rush you and ask, well, where you get this from? Where you? And just to be consistent with what they're doing, you want to have yours. You don't want to be fumbling and be like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of fumbled at the same time I didn't, because when I did present to Garfield the monthly record of astrology, and I also presented to him other scholarly sites, which people, the Smithsonian Institute is a scholarly site, which people they normally will suggest that, most of the time we think that was pseudo in certain cases, but in that case they got that shit right. You understand what I'm saying? In that case they got it right. But you have to have your articles and anything you're gonna present, make sure you have everything you have or whatever. But like I said, we're never gonna be in a situation with them or whatever to where it's gonna be an even thing, 4 against 1, and they kind of like, well, what are you talking about? And then what Unc did was this. Unc read from this lady, Ruth Shady, whatever, right? And she been compromised. So what she did was, she know Peru is older than all of them, but what happened was, you can see how she kind of stumbled, and someone led her, and someone told her, like, look, this would be wise to go ahead and say that, because you got I got 3 other articles. We got the Adine research, archaeology team or whatever, and they're saying something different. They're saying it's 3,600 years old, or older than that. So, like I said, man, when it comes to this, when it comes to research and you having peer review, one minute peer review is accepted, next minute is pseudo, and that's the whole thing, man. Like it's like when it comes, you cannot let them be the ones who dictate what's for pseudo and what's not for pseudo. So with that, I yield the mic.
Word, word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's a fact.
I got the video with Buddy admitting that it's only 1% accurate to share. So whenever we can, share that or whatever, man, I got
He
that
said it.
ready.
You know what? No. I mean, look, Unc said yesterday. He talking about that was 7 years ago. So what? He said, and he's supposed to be a researcher. So 7 years ago, it should have never changed. Like I said, one is fraternity, one is genealogy. Genealogy ain't gonna tell you no race or ethnicity or none of that goofy shit they're looking for in it. It only gonna tell you people got similar genetic traits. The same thing a paternal test will do. The same thing if you did it on a wide scale. If you did it on a wide scale or you compared it to other organisms or whatever, you get the same reading. And you get the same reading as genealogy. But it's how you look at it. One is just looked at a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, even if you was to run everybody's DNA in the world, right? It's about like this. These niggas admit their stuff. They say all people came from Africa, right? So that will tell you, if you was to run your DNA with everybody in the world, your DNA will be consistent with everybody because everybody have a similar genetic trait to you. Now, it might not be as large as, because you will think of the genetic similarities that you have consistent to other people will show up a lot prevalent than the genetic genetic non-similarities that you have with other people, i.e. such as Chinese people or maybe some Europeans or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But in certain genetic traits, you will pop up, you know what I'm saying? So that's DNA. I mean, according to my studies, and like AP Power said, Aborigine Power said, he was correct on that. But these niggas don't know that. They think because they're testing you. And now the whole West African thing is kind of funny to me, is because they tell you they sent people from here to West Africa. And it's obvious. So where are these people at now? You know what I'm saying? So like, and then they test you with the people over there. Who knows if that's the way they're doing it? That might just be a conspiracy theory or a theory of mine that I think that maybe in some ways that they can be testing with the same people. But I also think that they're only testing them with the people who they want you to believe that you are, with the so-called West Africans. They're not testing you wide scale or whatever. They're saying, all right, well, look, these people look like you, so these are the people who are you. And this is what they're telling you, and this is what they're feeding, and this is what the people like the Amarat Squad and Brother Garfield and the Dagger Squad and all the rest of these brothers who sat up there and you know what? You can't even be mad at them, because if we was to really look obvious and say to ourselves, well, damn, this is the largest continent of concentration of melanin people. So any of us can probably be led to believe that. So we gotta be kind of even light on them, because we gotta give ourselves more credit and give them, like, you know what I'm saying, like they just not inclined to understand certain things. You know what I'm saying? But it's from the Afri or Afar tribe. So how the fuck are we Africans? None of us are anybody from the Afri or Afar tribe? Can you prove to me that you are from the Afri or Afar tribe?
Facts.
So if you're not from the Afri or Afar, then you're not. And then you got to look at it. When you look at Africanus, canis means conquer, or something similarity to that coming from the European monster. Americanus. You understand what I'm saying? When you hit the terms on it, that means that I'm thinking that it has to be conquered. I cannot find the suffix of it in its entirety. But according to how I'm reading it and my understanding of how people work, I can make that determination. So, you know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man, you said it right. You hit it right on the head. Cause I mean, like you say, man, you just said it right, man. I'm just ready to screen share. Anybody else that want to, say something or whatever, man. Before we really get in, I mean, I can show whatever, man. So
Yeah, man, do your thing, brother. We gonna I mean, because they always try to, they try to ambush us, and say, oh, you guys are showing up. We on a phone call or something like that or whatever, right? But if they've been watching the work we've been putting in, they have already seen a lot of this work already. So a lot of this stuff, to a lot of people that, fuck with us, they already seen this before. And they know, so they understand when they listen to the slander. Because guess what? When the Thompson's one was telling these guys that America has older civilizations, older pyramids, all they could say is no, you don't. They don't provide any sources or nothing, or they might even.
Chief? You know what, Chief?
That's not even about
you know what I wanted to say, Chief?
Proving what they're saying. They might even prove what we're saying, but they'll put it out there like that was a source. I mean, it's just so crazy, y'all. It's super crazy because they still saying Aborigine like it's an alien or some race of people from Australia that moved all around the world. That's crazy. It's crazy talk, y'all. So I'm just saying, man, at some point, man, we gotta, we're gonna show this.
You know what I was gonna say? He did. No, to own credit, he did show a scholarly credit site to where you have to go through a fucking loop and a dance to get through to. But what you can do on these, let me tell you something. If you're a researcher, right, on these basic sites, on a .com, all right, we know .com means .commerce, they're trying to sell something. But even in a .commerce, you can find the truth, okay? It don't have to be an education or a Google Scholar all the time. All you have to do is trace the trail. The name's going to connect eventually. Even on these regular articles that we're reading, the name's going to connect. We have, like I was telling him, to check the Dane Research Center or whatever, what they say. They're the ones who came up with this. You understand? But he went back to Ruth Shady or whatever, because she's been compromised. She know that them sites are older, because what she did, even in her PDF. I actually got her PDF right here. So if y'all want to check it out, I can show it to you. But she got she got Mesopotamia at 5,700 years old. Then she got Africa at 5,500 years old. Then she got South America. Okay, now that's opposite to what we heard from the other three articles. So why would the other three articles tell us otherwise? Because this is what Onk did. Onk just found a person, and he didn't even read the whole article. He read through and skimmed through certain parts of it and didn't elaborate on it. As I was skimming through it, I seen things that basically contradicts everything he was saying, and how he was just misleading us, and he didn't read it in its entirety. And this is what these guys is. All right, well, I don't trust. 1 minute 1 minute radiocarbon is good. 1 minute carbon dating is good. 1 minute is not good. 1 minute you can't date rock. The next minute you use science, but the next minute the science comes from them. So how are we ever going to get down? This is the problem why most jokers stop fucking with the because they don't do nothing but set confusion. I learned a lot from listening to them for 3 years or however long I was listening to them, but at the same time I didn't learn a lot, because at the same time, every time a brother came up with something that was credible, they shot it down to where their information was the only one that was credible. Oh, we looked this person up and this person turned out to be a fraud. How that person turned out to be a fraud when that person got a lifetime invested in doing research and archaeology and paleontology? And this is what they do. Oh, because they don't agree with what you're saying. So with that, that's all I want to say. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to say that they do in some cases, but at the same token, they want you to present stuff. They don't have stuff. They try to come when you say something, they Google what you're talking about, and then try to just skim through an article and they say, all right, well, no. All right, well, this is it. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. I said, Chief, didn't I send you 3 articles telling you that the pyramids in Peru is older than the pyramids in Egypt? I sent you 3 articles. One of them just had a timeline. Which I found to be useful because it was something that we use. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to look. How many structures did they find in Peru? There's hundreds of them. There's fucking hundreds of them, and there's hundreds of them that haven't even been found yet. So for him to go in and talk about, oh, these aren't even he ain't seen the structures in South America. See, that's what the real. If I start showing, you can show me these 3 little pyramids that they got in Giza or whatever, and you can show me the little ones that they got in Sudan. But when I show you the ones they got in South America, the different structure ones, they are like crazy. They are amazing. Okay, the bricks in the pyramids is amazing too, how it goes to a point. But there's hundreds of these structures in Central and South America and North America. So that I did the money.
Actually, just to piggyback off what you said, if y'all can see my screen, these are some of the pyramids that he is talking about in Peru. This is one of the smaller ones. The Pyramid of the Magician, built by the Mayans during the late Classic period in the Uxmal in the Yucatan Peninsula, 100 feet tall. It was built 5 stages, and the sun posed on the others. The stairway of the pyramids face the setting sun at the summer solstice. So I'm gonna go down to a little bit just to reference what the brother this one was saying. The pyramids in Peru are much older than the ones in Egypt, and here's the reference points to it. Peru, who had began the first pyramids of adobe in around 3000 BC. 2 of the first of these were the Espier, located in central south area of the present-day Peru, in Carol, 120 miles north of what is Lima. The settlement covered 33 acres and had traces underground, storage niches in resident areas, as well as ritual centers. South American pyramids builders began constructing these structures several hundred years before the pyramids in Egypt. Do you not understand that? Several hundred years. We was already planning these structures before y'all in Egypt. This is coming out of the American Indian Encyclopedia and Contributions book. So, and I'm gonna give you and I'm
with that right there.
Go to reference sources, and for furthermore reading at the bottom corner by Michael D. And a few others. Y'all can see it on the screen. Y'all can go back and check it how y'all want to do it.
Good money. That's good money right there. That's all you gotta have with these jokers, man. They just gonna sit there and they think because they use these sophisticated websites where they get information from or whatever that you can't use basic information. All you have to do, if you're a real researcher, you can just read and research these people and see what their credit and see what their accommodations are. That's it. That's it. And if some of them are working a circus and some of them work in Taco Bell and some of them work in Costco, okay, you know it's some bullshit. But if these people are archaeologists, paleontologists, and they're scientists as well, and they telling you, then they are credible as well. And this is what they try to say. They try to be biased on certain information and I sit there and say, oh, this doodle. Now, when I brought up to Garfield about the monthly matter of fact, you know what? Let me share my screen. Let me show something real quick. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead. Share your screen, brother.
All right, let me show you. Let me show you this one right here. Let me see if I can. Let me see. You want to share the screen? All right, y'all can see me.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so this is the site that this is the lady he was talking about right here. This is what brother Uncle was talking about. Even though he read from let me see if I can back one up, the one he read from. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the exact site that I was on. All right, here you go, right here. Boom. Just give me 1 second. Y'all can see everything, right?
Yeah, it's a white screen right now.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm about to put the site up that he was looking at.
Yeah, I can see it. Let's get him.
Yeah. Let me just put this in real quick. Yeah, these niggas though, but like I said, they've been doing that's classic and Rod Squad tactics. They have a bunch of them, and I honestly respect Assault Tech because out of all of them, he's probably the only real so-called scholar up there or whatever. And I honestly respect him. I actually learned a lot from Assault Tech, but he falls under the same science that the rest of them fall under. The pyramids and you know what I'm saying? He's a very intelligent brother. Him, man, I'm saying they're very intelligent brothers. While that load up, let me go back here, man, because I don't see my computer. It's bugging. It's a brand new computer, big. Like, real talk, it's a brand new computer. This shit is bugging. All right, so this is her site right here. This is what she's saying. Let me see if I can move it up. So this is it.
Make it bigger. Nah, that ain't working.
So make it bigger.
You might have to click on one of them and then make it bigger.
Y'all can see it. Hold on, let me see.
Testing.
Mic check.
All right,
check.
let me see.
Yeah, I can see it, brother.
All right, okay.
So
this is one of these in which Uncle talk. My name is Roof Shady. And it's like I really don't feel like reading this shit right now. I'm just trying to really get down, trying to show you. Well,
yeah.
Anyway, I
What's that?
I say go ahead, because I'm trying to find this. All
right. Well, look, we one thing that these bootleg Africans, fake Pan Africans, but it's not real. It's nothing. It's not. It's an illusion. So if they could say, okay, huh? Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, y'all. Oh shit, it was a good one, y'all. It's gonna come back to me. Okay. Oh no, we're talking about DNA, right? So they hang their hat on DNA. That's it. That's their thing.
Testing.
Like, oh, yeah, we can hear you. Sound good. So DNA is something that they hang their hat on. That say, okay, DNA is what, because their grandmas didn't tell them. There's no science that connects them to there. There's no boats that connect them to there. There's really not even too much scholarship to the next, no historical evidence. Like you have a historical account of this, right? Of the transatlantic slave trade. Now we talk about all this other shit, but you got a transatlantic slave trade supposedly happened. All these millions of people happen, right? However, you got the Barbary War that was going on, which the Barbary so-called pirates, which that's a misnomer. Once again, they're putting terminologies. A pirate is just something that you do. They've turned it into a noun. So when you go do the etymology of it and things of that nature, whatever. When they turned out that they were the pirates. But anyway, let's get into a whole nother subject of unlearning the bullshit that you know. Because it's what it's about. You know, these are the same guys. Shout out to Sign Up. He's like, yo, man, yeah, we know that we've been miseducated on certain things or whatever. Well, why y'all picking and choosing what you educated on? Because don't tell us that, like the brother said, that Africa is indigenous to the land, because they want to try to say it come from the Afri people. They didn't name themselves that. Because when you do your research on them, there'll be a totally different name of people. They named them that. You see what I'm saying? These are the later things or whatever. So socially and politically, we only should be using words that give us power. So DNA is fake. Period. It is only to be used for entertainment purposes only. There's nothing that's going to come out of DNA. Nothing. Now we talk about it all the time. There's no possible way for you to do research and things. I wanna pull up this video because maybe nobody's seen it. Maybe a couple of people haven't seen it, so we just have to look at it from that perspective. But it's called the DNA hoax.
Let me go in for a second.
All right. So, and this is what they're hanging their hat on. Rick Kittles is their expert. He's their master teacher. You know what I'm saying? And he debunks himself with this video. So, it's too funny for me, y'all. So yeah, and then they try to always say, and we talked about this earlier, they always try to say that, you guys will use the DNA if it's going to get you out of a crime. Well, then you would be able to tell the DNA of a person because it's 1-to-1. So if there's 3 people involved in, let's say, said crime, right, you can eliminate one of the people. Y'all follow me? So it's not like you're going back in genealogy. So it's 2 different tests, and they know that. And then they always try to make up different terms or whatever, instead of saying admission or the autosomal, you know what I'm saying? And not even pronouncing it right. So, you don't even know what the admission test is. Come on, man. So it's all theories that cannot be proven.
Okay.
The DNA genealogy test is filled with what they call probability, which means they don't know. So, yeah, it's just what it is. That's a fact. If it's probabilities, it's a guess. Well, it's probably this. Probabilities.
You know what probably means. You know what I'm saying?
Probably pseudo. Well, yeah, y'all the pseudo squad. Monkey squad up, nigga.
Testing.
Yeah. Shout out to the Butter Knife squad, too, nigga. We ain't forgot about Big Teletubby here. all that line you doing over there.
Okay.
Set all that line up.
Yeah. And you know what?
Hey, man, we gonna kill y'all scholarship, bro.
Testing. Can y'all hear me? Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ty Data, the cyborg in the building, man. I want to get a little 2 cent in, man, so we can get this going. Now, this stuff y'all doing, man, it sounds a little whiny right now, man. These motherfuckers, first of all, they made money off those clicks, okay? And then they pretty much came, you know what I'm saying, to learn, but at the same time make you look like a fool. So we need you guys to show. We need some resources. We need to show. We need everybody out here. All eyes on you right now, man. They out here. You know what I'm saying? You get that. You got attacked, and then this DNA thing. Who gonna knock out this DNA thing? Who gonna knock that out? So everybody need to plan. They you know what I'm saying, what they gonna chop down. You know what I'm saying, because man they looked good out there, fam, and they eating good. But let's say one thing, you know what I'm saying? Who in the chat room know this they shit? Everybody here know this they shit? Y'all know this your land, right? Am I right? Everybody know this they shit, right? Now, everybody know at some point that we gonna have to defend this. Everybody know at some point we gonna have to defend our shit, right? Am I right, Chief? Or am I wrong? At some point you gonna have to drop down, correct?
That's right.
That's what they're scared of. That's what they're scared of. You see, they know that. All of us on this panel know that. All of us on this chat room know at some point we gonna have to defend our shit. And so they're scared of that. But this is the deal. Okay? First off, this DNA thing. Now, Science is tricky. Science is tricky, and science moves very fast. I am half computer, I'll let you know. But this is the thing. Can it be trusted? If you don't trust their Bible, you don't trust their food. You don't trust a school. And you mean to tell me you trust a science? Are you kidding me? Let's say, for example, let's give them the DNA test. Let's give them that. The DNA test is real. Let's give them that. So you mean to tell me you trust they shit? You see what I'm saying? It's psychological fucked up. You don't listen to this psychological fucked up shit. Well, I don't trust your Bible. I don't trust your religion. I don't trust you. I don't trust your food. I don't trust your women. I don't trust nothing about you. But guess what? I trust your science. I'm the only dude that feel fucked up about this?
Nah,
they're eugenicists, man. They are eugenicists. Absolutely not.
That don't make no sense. Now, so let's give them that. Let's say it is real. Let's say it's real. Okay, it's real. We just flipped the script. The DNA test is real, y'all. But can we trust that shit? Can you really trust that shit? Can you trust your so-called enemy to tell you where you from? Can you do that? Would you do that? You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta knock this shit down, man. This shit sound kind of whiny, y'all. We need to knock this down. You know what I'm saying? They made bread tonight. We out here playing around and shit. These motherfuckers is getting paid. You see what I'm saying? So let's get this right, y'all. Let's get this right. So that DNA, who's gonna knock that out? Ain't Mac Jagmar, ain't you finna knock that out, fam?
Yeah, I can knock that out, man, with this nice YouTube video that everybody should have be done seen for the 1,000th time about the DNA test, man.
Do you even trust that shit? I mean, like, I mean, would you even trust it?
They said it themselves at the end of the show. How can you trust the white man's game?
But obviously they trust it. So this is what it seems like to me. It seemed like these niggas been sitting here to put y'all niggas in check. Y'all niggas been rowing. Y'all niggas been growing. Y'all created your own culture. Y'all created your own whole new thing that named Jaguar. Oh my, all that shit is dope. And so somebody gonna capitalize on that shit. And if y'all don't, somebody else will. So I believe somebody been put here to put y'all niggas in check. And so there is paid, and I don't know for a fact that they are one, but there are paid motherfuckers in our communities to put us in check. That's a real known fact. They always been there from the beginning of time. They always been there. They always had goons on deck to keep the Negro population, to keep them in check. And this is what the fuck this look like to me. But if y'all can't prove no shit, if we want to see some proof, we want to see some scholarship. You see what I'm saying? We want to see some scholarship out here so we can go ahead and shut this shit down. You see what I'm saying? Because you know, just talking and stuff, that's cool. We understand it. We in the culture. You ain't got to explain it. We in the culture. We feel it. We all connected. You see what I'm saying? But we gonna have to prove this what y'all waiting for. All that research you did, Chief. All that research you did, Achancha, this thousands of days researching little books and shit. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Man, it's coming down to right now, fam. So let's get it in. The Young Warriors is out to play today. Let's get it in. Who gonna take that DNA? Let's get that DNA out the way first. And then let's go ahead and go in. I'm telling you, man, they out here. And they making bread on your research. How does that make you feel? Nigga, you spent years researching the Tanchiness, and these niggas made bread off your shit. Tell me, oh my God, y'all don't get it, man. I'm telling you, man. Let's hit that DNA thing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got. If you don't got it, then we at the end of the day, we know we really can't trust it anyway. You know what I'm saying? We really can't trust it. Now that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and knock that out so we can put this work in, and you guys can keep moving, because they scared y'all. Or if they're not scared, then they sitting here to put y'all niggas in check. I'm just gonna say it. Somebody need to be put in check.
I'm finna play this little snippet of the man.
No, that don't work like that, fam. It don't work like that, fam. We need sources, man.
But I'm giving you the source from the dude who created the DNA test. He telling you that it was only 1% accurate.
He created.
Yeah, the dude that
Okay,
created
put that up. Put that up
African
there. Put that up there. Show that. Show that he is the dude that created. Let's put that up there, y'all. We playing a whole nother ball game. These dudes is professionals,
No,
man.
Yeah,
that's why I want you to pull up that video so we can hear the his words.
No, but put
So we
up
can
the
hear the words.
document that credit him for. Put up the document that credit him for creating it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't create it, man. I mean, well, hold up. Let me just. He didn't create
his website.
He got his own DNA. Yes, he got that.
I mean, listen. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, you was cutting out on us, brother. But listen, Todd, this is the brother that pushes it. He got his own website where you in his own DNA testing. He came out himself, and we gonna have him use his own words of what he said. I can't repeat it.
I know, fam. I understand what you're saying, but you got a nation of niggas riding with you. We can't ride with you on the YouTube clip, fam. You see what I'm saying? We need some documents. We need something a little more official, fam.
Wait. So wait a minute. So somebody that pulls up a so-called, and I'm air quoting over here, peer-reviewed article, right? For somebody you never heard of, as opposed to somebody pulling up a video that's showing the documented evidence and stuff like that, right? I mean, I never understood that. We make videos and niggas is criticizing us for using videos as teaching tools. Rick Kittle said that the accuracy of this test is less than 0.1%.
Well, who is Rick Kittles though, fam? I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Rick Kittles is the leading person in so-called AfricanAncestry.com.
Okay, let's show that, fam.
Wait. 60 Minutes didn't slander him. They use his words and they use other experts to discredit, and they show visuals. So we've done this several times. So if anybody watched this and they say, "Oh no, DNA is still real," you're dumb. You're a dummy.
Okay, let's pull up that document that give him that credit then. That document that give him that credit. Go ahead and pull that up, family. The document that credit him.
Can we get to it?
Go ahead. And then afterwards, because we got to do some research on this guy. Who is this guy, and why is his word should be trusted? You see what I'm saying? Because you remember, these the same people we claim we don't trust. But now we using their works to trust. So you know what I'm saying? So it's a little confusing. You see what I'm saying? But if we can trust him, I'm just trying to say, how can we trust him? You see what I'm saying? So how can
man, that's what we saying. We telling you the man gonna say it out of his own mouth. So finding a document to credit him, it's like you basically gonna be finding all type of DNA documents. I mean,
that's right. No, but you know, I mean, I got a document. I got document.
There we go.
There we go. You gotta give me a second though. You gotta give me a second. I gotta find this, bro. I mean, I got research, but you have computer. I ain't, bro. I'm just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel
give me a second. Play the video though. Let him play this video, and I'll pull it out. I'll find it.
Okay. There we go. So we finna go ahead and play the video, and Attention is one finna crack this shit open for y'all, so we can know that this guy is reliable, and this ain't, you know what I'm saying? So can't nobody say, oh man, this is some shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this guy was a pedophile and he lied or some shit like that. Cause you know they'll hit you with some shit like that. Oh, they found this guy jacking off in the movie theater, and then his shit can't be trusted no more. So you know what I'm saying? So we gotta look into some of these people, cause you gotta understand how they work. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with some professional people, y'all. These ain't no jailhouse dudes. I'm gonna tell you straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying y'all is or nothing, but I'm saying they will go all the way in to this dude. So let's go ahead and play the video, and then we're gonna go into this dude and see if he credible, and if he credible, we can move on. Feel me? Cause y'all.
Is 60 Minutes credible? Is that what you're saying?
No, the dude Rick Kittles.
No, he's not credible.
Okay, so
and we can pull up other stuff where he's even saying himself he's gave people false readings and stuff like that, like Henry Louis Gates Jr., aka Skip Gates. Come on, man. DNA, it should be for a clown sideshow.
Well,
Stop that, bro.
The bottom line is that
Hey, these niggas is clowns, bro. This is a clown show, and we're gonna show so much shit tonight. Y'all gonna be embarrassed. We're gonna make history tonight. It ain't about making money. It's about making history.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. But the bottom line is though, the shit can't be trusted. That's the bottom line. It cannot be trusted. And I don't see why would you trust a motherfucker that you so-called hate, that so-called your enemy. These motherfuckers on the air, open enemy. They claim them as open enemy on air. And then you turn around and you trust this motherfucker to tell you from Africa. That shit is man, that's retarded, man. That's like some retarded shit, you know what I'm saying? That's not normal. If y'all understand what I'm saying, like that is not normal to do something like that. Maybe I'm just thinking too deep, but I'm just telling you that's like on some retarded shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I hate this motherfucker, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and eat his sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video, and then we gonna check out this motherfucker. Make sure this motherfucker ain't no convicted pedophile and no weird ass shit, cause nigga, they gonna clown you. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But go ahead, fam. Go ahead, do you?
Hey, first off, brother, Rick Kittles was on their show. He's one of their master teachers. He's one of their experts. So when we play this right here, I don't. This discredits himself. And if anybody understands just logic, just math and science, and you know certain things, when you see this, then you will never say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do some DNA tests." You're never gonna say that after you watch this. Stop it. It's retarded. When you know they have social political constructs and things that they're trying to link you to. Really? Terrible.
Certificate. She got extremely emotional about it. She wept. And it meant so very much.
People want to believe.
They want to believe they've gotten an answer.
And it's not fair of us to let them believe that we're giving them certain answers because scientifically, we just can't.
Hank really is concerned that the science isn't really there yet for you to be giving them the name of the tribe.
I think for most companies, I would be concerned too.
What about your own company?
We have
he didn't exclude you. He included you.
But we have the largest set of sequences from Africa. And so with that, we're able to provide some level of probability in terms of frequency.
But he would say that even though you have the largest database, it's still small in the scope of things.
As I said, I share those concerns.
About yourself.
The DNA.
And that's the rub. This business of genetic genealogy is fraught with limitations. For one thing, it can only provide information about a tiny fraction of our ancestry. Because we get half our DNA from our mothers and half from our fathers, almost all of our DNA gets shuffled and remixed every generation, making it impossible to trace what comes from whom. There are just 2 bits of DNA that remain pure. The Y chromosome, which passes directly from father to son, and something called mitochondrial DNA, which passes unchanged from mother to child. Hank Greeley, a law professor at Stanford University, has studied this new field. He worries that people don't realize just how many ancestors they actually have.
8 generations ago, both you and I had 256 great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents.
Wait, you're saying that if you go back 8 generations, we have 256 great-great-great-grandparents?
Yes, it doubles every generation. So you've got 2 parents, you have 4 grandparents, you have 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents, and it adds up fast. It adds up so fast, in fact, that if you go back 20 generations, you've got over 1 million grandparents.
1,048,576 to be exact. And in each generation, DNA testing can provide information about only 2 of them.
So you...
Did y'all hear that?
I feel you.
Do I need to play that back or something?
No.
It's not over.
Do you got anything do you got any videos to support that says it's real? Can you bring up a video that says it's real?
What, the DNA hoax?
No, he can't.
No, that says DNA test is real. Is there any video out there that says DNA test is real?
you only find promotions and commercials for DNA tests. They never
Let's check
tell
it. Let's check it.
a DNA test is 100%. They never tell you that it's 100% accurate.
Okay, now, me knowing technology, I know technology goes fast, and so I also know, and this is just me theoretically speaking, that they don't have it down pat. Now, eventually they will have the shit 100% down pat, but as of today, the shit ain't 100% down pat. It's probably a little bit better than a couple years ago, but it's not 100% down pat. Now, this is my opinion dealing with electronics. I deal with electronics for the last 10, 15 years and dealing with technology. And I got a little sense of how it works. But I don't do DNA, though. I don't do DNA. I'm not accredited DNA, but just dealing with technology. So dude just said we got like 250 grandparents, and this machine is dicing them up and shit and selecting them and shit. So that's something that could be, but we ain't doing that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion, coming from a sideboard. But there's no videos out there that says this guy's lying. There's no rebuttal videos.
I only been finding videos that either say he lying and basically just promoting what it can do. I never found a video that said the DNA testing is 100%. I can't say that's a fact.
Okay. So let's bring up one of those videos then that said he lying then. Let's be fair about it. Let's bring up one of those videos that say he's so-called lying. Because the one dude they interviewed, he was clearly lying like a motherfucker. And you can look at her face. She knows she got him. She knows she got his ass, but he weaseled out of this shit. So you got to give him his credit, you know what I'm saying, on some scam ass shit. But the dude didn't even get locked up for sitting there scamming on TV. That's the thing about it. He doing a scam and he didn't even get locked up. But he weaseled his way out of it.
No, he be double speaking. He be saying, no, I give you probabilities. He do what do. They'll be like, no, we come from monkeys, but we'll be like, no, we're going to get to y'all monkeys. We're going to get to the monkey squad.
Now,
we just getting started.
I got some shit for the monkey shit. I ain't revealing it yet, but I might pull that shit out from Black Jesus one of these days, but I got some shit on that. You know what I'm saying? So don't even worry about the monkey shit. That's not even worry about that. I got that taken covered. That shit is I got that.
That's called double speech.
Right. So let's bring up a video that said this guy's lying.
Unc was agreeing with 90% of what Atanta's one was saying yesterday, but then he had double speech and come back and be like, yeah, but he was an African. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, y'all. The type of conversation we be having, right?
Yeah.
So then we be hearing Pangea, we be hearing all this other stuff, right? But guess what? If we was here 200,000 years ago, right, and we know we the archaic human beings, right? We understand this. And if you have ancestors that are from here, obviously you're going to have even more generations you go back. So would just based off of logic, you would have more ancestors from this land. Now, Hank Greenlee ancestors would have eventually came from across the water. Y'all follow me with this?
Right. But this what I know about DNA.
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry. But this what I know about this what I know about DNA. Now, when they test us, I remember Lex bringing up the video about they testing the stars, and they test us, and they try to see if we have native DNA. Now this right here is backwards, because what they need to do is they need to test the natives and see if they have our DNA. They haven't done that yet. You see what I'm saying?
They do.
We know they do, but they haven't confirmed it. They ain't come out and say, well, these natives got all these people DNA. They haven't said that. They trying to test us. Now keep in mind, we're older than them. And so how the hell they gonna test? How is they gonna test us for something that wasn't even born, something that wasn't even around when we was around? You see what I'm saying? So
you know what though?
You see what I'm saying? So it's twisted, right? It's twisted. So they saying, oh well, you can't be a native because you don't got native genes. You goddamn right I ain't got it. I'm older than them. How the fuck can I have their genes? They got my shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you see what I'm saying? They got our genes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So don't let no people say, oh, take a DNA test to see if you got native blood, man. No, test the natives. Test them. And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet they shit come back looking, looking just like us? Us running all through them. Now, see, that's how these guys are getting you, because they're using certain type of science, but it's backwards white supremacy science. You see what I'm saying? But if y'all want to go in, hey, Tasha, did you find that source?
Yeah, I got another one I'm looking for. I got one right here. I got another one I'm looking for.
Because
the original one I have. But go ahead. I mean, just give me 1 second. What I can do is.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Mac. Mac Jaguar. See if you can see if you can get a video that said dude's lying. Let's see what they talking about, because they was pretty thorough.
It's hard to find somebody specifically saying him, but even brother Dane Calloway got a little clip on DNA testing, man.
Man, but we talking something a little more than clips though, man. We gotta you know what I'm saying? We gotta go thorough. These dudes
That's
is
the
not.
thing. I mean, you talking about DNA itself, like they showed you got over 1 million grandparents, and we know we got trillions of grandparents.
Yeah,
so
but that's different from document, fam. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole nother ball game.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's even a hoax, even more though, man. Because I'm telling you, it ain't no scientific document saying that DNA test is even supposed to be being done.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But see, if you can't find none, then you know what I'm saying, it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. But the guy, so they don't even talk about. Nobody supporting it. There's nobody out there supporting it. That's not a DNA firm.
Oh, you know what? You got a clip. You know what? You got a clip of a brother saying that, telling that DNA is not 100% accurate. Hold up, man.
No. We want one that says that says it is. We want something that says it is. We want to see who's this saying.
No, but this guy said that DNA test cannot tell you ethnicity and race. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who basically states that it cannot tell you ethnicity and race and culture. This is what we're being led to believe. See, you got to understand, when they're doing DNA, they're only telling you, okay, because there are black people who got similar genetic. Remember, okay, the same thing that you share that African has, you have the same hair texture, you might have brown eyes, and you got dark skin, but you might have a different facial structure. You might not have a real big nose, real big lips. All black people don't have that. All people in Africa don't have big nose, big lips. So it's different genetic traits within all of us. But what I'm saying is, the ones over there, specifically, they try to agree and say that we are predominantly West African, when that's not true. If it was 387,000 people born here and it was more than, let's say, okay, let's say it was 3 million. That's 10 times more people who was here than the people who was born here. So that will automatically assume that we are not them. You understand? Anybody with any fucking common sense will understand that. But when it comes to DNA, you cannot. There is nothing going to tell you ethnicity, or that's what we want. That's what we want, because that's what people looking for. Ethnicity will be people in West Africa, right? And I guess that will be a race and an ethnicity if you want to, you know what I'm saying? If that's what we want to believe, right?
Right. But we got to prove that. Now, can anybody bring up a number? We can get one of those dudes on the phone. We can get somebody from DNAtest.com on the phone, and we can call them and actually use what technology they use. You know what I'm saying? So we can really break this shit. Like if they really want to get thorough, man, we can get thorough, fam. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know, because we can go to the people in China that make the DNA testing and strings and shit like that. Like they really don't know who they fucking with, fam. Like we could really get it deep now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But listen though, all that's fake though. So it's wasted energy. It's impossible. The science is not there. Hold on, brother. The science is not there, and it's just impossible. And then, especially if they're using it for eugenic purposes and political purposes, as well as expatriation, or taking usurping our land. So we know who funds Rick Kittles. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all, is this real? Is this real? Are we gonna have this problem? So, you guys, master teacher Rick Kittles is part of the eugenics society. Period. You guys want to be a part of the eugenics society. You guys are working super hard for that. That's just crazy to me. But that's just what it is. You guys work for these people. You guys are pushing for Darwin, social Darwinism, and that science that you guys are pushing translates over to social norms and folkways and codes and things of that nature, redlining and all other things that you see that we have in our community is all based on a stupid ass science that you monkey squad niggas be coming up with. And that's the whole goddamn problem. Fuck is y'all talking about, man? This shit is it's old and played out. And y'all not even trying to look into any other science. Y'all just don't know out of Africa. That's it. That theory is a fact. And they argue that. Who's y'all arguing up and down? That's a fact.
Okay, bottom line, I'm finna get somebody on Africa for the phone, and I'm gonna ask them Africans if they would help us ride. If something pop off around this piece, I'm gonna call up some Africans to see if they gonna give us some help. Now, what you think they gonna say?
Hell no.
Hell no. Bottom line. You see what I'm saying? Bottom line. So there's
I mean, but it's not for them. We don't need nobody to ride for us, man. We just need to just identify who we are, stand up, and really start making some moves.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, because
that's the problem.
Because this is the thing. No, this is the thing. Some Aboriginals some of the people in the group are radical. You see what I'm saying? And so what they do, they're gonna attack the radical ones. They're gonna come up with the radical ones, and the radical was the ones who's gonna be the face of the movement. You see what I'm saying? When you got these dudes talking about here all death to Africans and all this shit, those are the ones that's gonna be the face. That's what the movement is gonna be about. Those ones. You see what I'm saying? So, So if you are a radical dude out there, you know what I'm saying, at this moment of time, you know what I'm saying, let's make it perfectly clear, nobody hate Africans, anything like that. But we do know they will not ride with us. We do know that. We do know the Jamaicans will not ride with us. We do know the Mexicans will not ride with us. We know will nobody ride with us but us. And that is 100% fact. Fuck DNA, fuck that nigga. Ain't nobody riding with you but you. That is the bottom line. You see what I'm saying? And so when a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you know what, I ain't gonna even say that. But that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? But see, don't nobody wanna address that. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree though, man, because it's brothers in South America, Mexico, and all over the Americas, man, that know this information and waiting on us to stand up just like they are. So I wouldn't say it's 100% fact that it's just us. We got the whole America on our side, man. We just be in the forefront.
Yeah, but the state of mind we need to be in is that it's just us. So even if that's not true, we need to live our life as if it's just us. If somebody jump in when they see us winning and shit, nigga, we gonna beat their ass too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that like, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying? I mean that in a like a theoretical sense. Now, anybody will help us if they see us winning. You see what I'm saying? But who's willing to jump on a losing team and lose with us? That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying?
But people only lose because they don't know. What we are doing, we are showing people that Aboriginal, the term itself, stands for inhabitants of the land. So that can be any land that whatever the copper color or dark skinned person stand on. So it's not really even about trying to segregate each other. It's about us really identifying as a people or who we supposed to really represent ourselves as. Because if we keep using as if it's like we know Aboriginal ain't the only, it's not Aboriginal America. We know Aboriginal stands for inhabitants of the land, and we know we was all over the earth. It tell you that. We all know at one point in time there was no pale man or none of that.
It's
It was
political.
all dark-skinned people
Right.
with
It's
different shades. So we are just simply trying to show people how to really identify themselves, even through law. Because if you keep considering yourself black or African or whatever, then yeah, you fall up on the terms that are patent under the U.S. corporation or whatever else corporation that is over these lands, over
okay.
the earth.
Now we gotta prove that though. See now we playing a different ball games, man. Y'all go y'all. Yeah, I don't think, man. Yeah, we gotta prove that. You know what I'm saying? And I know you guys can, cause I've seen a couple of Thompson's videos. He was proving a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But now that now there's all the tensions on you, all you gotta do is just, you know what I'm saying, just prove it, but be a little more thorough with it. Cause I done seen you know, Chief Holiday, I done, be honest with you, I seen most of y'all debunk most of this shit. But now we gotta be a little more thorough with it and to be a little more slick with it, you know what I'm saying, and be more in depth with it. You see what I'm saying? Because like when he come back, so he can find that article, you know, because they, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if y'all understand, but they playing a different game. You see what I'm saying? And it's like we telling stuff and we reading stuff, but we ain't really showing documentation.
I just kind of want to get on the flow, because you know we screen shared a few things already. I just want to get the flow going, because there's plenty more to go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So he gonna bring up that video. What you got, Thompson? He got that little document, and then you guys just go in. But I'm gonna let you know at some point we're gonna have to go in depth. Okay, we got a screen.
Back off on Thompson this one. Let's get it, brother.
Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. This is what we talking about. So who we dealing with? What? Go ahead, Thompson. Do you, man? I'm gonna shut up.
All right, just give me 1 second. Let me make sure that the screen is on my computer. It's gonna respond because it's not responding properly. So just give me 1 second. I don't know, for some reason.
Put the site in the chat.
As soon as I started screen sharing, it didn't. It's not. But I'm reading out of what's called life science. I just reloaded it again. Just give me 1 second.
You can put the link in the chat. I can pull it up for you.
All right, that work better than all right.
Put it in the back chat. Here. You can put it in the back chat. Okay, there we go. What's that?
You said the back chat. I'm gonna let you pull it up because for some reason I'm gonna put it in the back. Let me put it on the chat room.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in the back chat. And so what site is this?
It's called DNA testing. Well, let me go back to give you the correct. Yeah, see, my computer is freezing up for some reason.
Here we go, y'all. They finna get in. Y'all. Stick around. Y'all better stick around, man. I know y'all on the East Coast. Y'all up late as hell. They finna get it in.
All right, well, I'm back. Chat right. It's in the chat room. All right, I put that in the chat room. I'm gonna go back to
put it in the chat room. No. Put it in the link right here. Put it right here. Did you get that text?
Hold up.
Or put it in here. Put it in one of those.
Hold up. Put it right.
He go one right here in one of those pages. I just text you.
Hold up.
Man, we even got Aboriginal power in there too, man. So motherfuckers is woo. Y'all come out deep, man.
Oh, you said put it in the hangout. Okay,
put it in the hangout.
All right, hold up. Let me go ahead. Somebody build real quick, and let me just get, because you rushing me. Where you had to, that's what I'm saying. Like you got a lot going on, man. We gotta rehearse this, man.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You gotta definitely rehearse it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's but go ahead, build this build.
I know exactly what you mean.
But Todd, here's the thing I just need everybody to know, right? Science, evidence, data, everything works in our favor. Shout out to Dr. David Imhotep. He just revised his book, but his book is called Documented Evidence. Now, he's saying that the first Americans was Africans, which has all social political constructs, and we can work on that. You know what I'm saying? But we've been here for thousands of years, and that would be the oldest civilization on the planet, according to any scientist is on the planet. Now, a lot of this stuff is just not revealed to a lot of these people, and some of y'all just keep tunnel vision. But this is just real information that you just not privy to right now. And so if we say that shit is older here, and then you say no, it's not, you look crazy. Because we're not saying it just to hear ourselves talk. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's actually crazy. So we're gonna actually show some shit tonight. We'll read some articles, cause y'all be like, that's a video where you gotta see a piece of paper, right? Well, we got that.
Right.
So we're gonna read all that for y'all. We'll read quotes from the time from people that y'all say, oh, y'all heroes. Like, okay, I want to see some real quotes. So when I say fucking Nat Turner didn't exist, the burden of research is on you to prove it, not me. Go find the can of oil that they turned him into, goddammit. Because y'all talk crazy. Go dig up Harriet Tubman. You motherfuckers fall in love with all these fairy tale ass stories that make you a goddamn slave. You notice that? They never tell you no other good stories. They always got to be the dumb stories. And every time that somebody did anything good, oh, he came up, he pulled up over his bootstraps from being a goddamn slave. That's a lie. So when I say that fucking slavery is fake, all you motherfuckers got to do is say, you know what, Chief, here's slavery right here. Here's the fucking law that made all of us fucking slaves. That's what you could do. But instead, I'll show you the fucking Constitution that show you that it was not no slave document. What I'll show you is Frederick Douglass stating that the Constitution was a freedom document. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, man, but I'm tired of y'all lying to the fucking people. And y'all at this point right now, you're lying. Because there's too much research out here. And every one of your goddamn master teachers, every last one of them, they're going to try to bring up Bobby Hemming. Shout out to Bobby Hemming, man. The master teacher, Bobby Hemming, at that, who built the fucking Constitution, the conscious community that y'all in, that y'all been ruining with all this fucking African booty scratching ass bullshit y'all been putting out to the people that has not gave us no motherfucking power. You motherfuckers ain't came, that not one, y'all ain't built a snowball stand in this bitch. The fuck?
Hey,
fuck is y'all talking about?
Is anybody
they ain't built shit, bro.
Is anybody here deep webbers? Is anybody here deep webbers? Or anybody here going to deep web?
Nah, I don't mess around with the deep
web. Okay, yeah, cause there's some real technology, and there's some real shit, some scholarship that you guys can use. Man. I don't really, you know what I'm saying, I don't really do too much scholarship type stuff, but y'all guys gonna have to check out the deep web for this thorough research. You see what I'm saying? So you can get the thorough shit. Like they literally have videos and all types of shit. Like they got the real shit on the deep web. Those $100 books.
Hey, you know, those
$1,000 books. You can get that shit on the deep web. You know what I'm saying, for free. All that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely wanna implement that y'all in y'all scholarship.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, man. I mean, man, I don't know what to say, y'all. It's at this point right now. I mean, y'all look suspect and disingenuous as fuck, because everything that y'all saying is absolutely false. Period. Hold on. What else were these fools saying, man? It was crazy to me. I mean, I don't understand the concept. Just you guys are caught up in word spells. Okay, well, let's just do away with the words. Y'all follow me? And we can only talk about facts, right? The facts are that DNA is a probability, that it should only be used for entertainment purposes only. You cannot use this in the court of law for genealogy. Y'all do know that, right? You can use it in the court of law for paternity because it's direct. You can get a direct match. So that's as far as it can go, directly to the next person. Y'all see how that work? So they know this. That's a different type of test. They know that, but when they say it, they're trying to double speak and mesmerize the little people that's still following them right now. They're not even answering. They're not even questioning nothing. You don't question nothing. You're just like, yo, let's let these motherfuckers say anything to y'all. Oh, well, it's less than 0.1%. Oh, but we're gonna fight for DNA, because they'll say, well, if you get you out of prison, out of a rape case or something like that, you'll be happy about it, right? That's not the same motherfucking thing. Once again, and they know that. That's all I'm saying. That's the problem, y'all. We gotta, what's going on? We got a bunch of liars in the community.
Right, right. But
And then
we gotta
I
prove
heard
it
him
though,
say the other
fam.
day, I heard, shout out to Sorry, man, bless his heart. He said the other day that Africans aren't Africans. You right? He said they're not Africans. He said we the real Africans. Because we're better Africans than everybody else in the world. Yeah, and I thought that was crazy. I was like, yeah, damn, I saw. He took credit. He took credit from the people that you got your name from, supposedly, right? I mean, that's just crazy. And his rationale or whatever. And they talk so proper and so smart, but y'all sound like smart dummies, man. That's not real,
Right,
Unc.
right. But let
It's not real.
me say something real
It's
quick.
just fake. And
Now,
and listen, they have not Sanetta, Reggie, Unc, nobody has put forth one fact. I'm asking anybody if anybody that's on y'all side or whatever, just put one fact in the chat room that y'all heard so
family,
far about
family,
this in this argument.
family.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about too is I want to get in depth to let y'all know what's riding. You know what I'm saying? If y'all pull this off, man, do you understand what can happen? If y'all really pull this off, you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what can happen? You see what I'm saying? Because people already onto their Aboriginal roots and they claim their Aboriginal roots. But if y'all do this right and y'all do this thorough, do you understand what's at stake? Do you understand what can happen to this country?
Of course.
So, right. So I want to make sure y'all know what we tapping up against and what we going up against. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But we got the truth on our side.
Hey, my brother,
We got
you know what?
facts
Hey,
on our
little bro,
side.
you know
We got
what?
evidence on our side. They don't got shit. They got roots. They got Kunta.
So that's
Kizzy,
that's
they
what I'm
don't got
trying to
shit.
help y'all do. That's what I'm trying to help
that,
y'all.
man. No, man. They shouldn't even be in the same conversation. There shouldn't be a goddamn debate because we're real scholars. Them niggas is talking about some bullshit. You have no scholarship to back up anything you say. Then Reggie's
Let's
gonna pull
do it.
out
Let's do it.
slaveboys.com. Hold on. Wait. Listen, when you do any research on slaveboys.com, that debunks everything that you say, Reggie. So I didn't have to see people say, oh yeah, he just pulled out slaveboys.com like that was something. That's why I told him he obviously hadn't read it because if he did, he wouldn't have mentioned slaveboys.com.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it wasn't a debate. I wasn't there to debate. When we really do a debate, if they ever really allow us to really put our foot in their ass, we have evidence. They don't. Unc knows that. So when he was going back and forth with Brother Atasha's one, guess what? He had to agree with him. In any debate, if you're agreeing with that, oh, we were here and these things or whatever, then you agree that we were here. And it's just what it is, man. So no, you guys would never win this debate ever. But yeah, let's go show some more evidence, man.
Okay. So this is the guy who wrote that piece, right? Is this the guy who wrote that piece? He got some fat. He got some $5 books. That piece. Let me see. This piece right here. What is this website right here? Is it just a blog? What is it, fam? Tancha? Yeah, man, it's a blog. Let me see. But they got a source. By Kurt Dan. Contributing witness. Okay, so this who wrote that piece right here. This who wrote that piece. I'm guessing. Black hole stars, earthquakes. I don't know. Based in New York City. So this guy got the black hole. So I guess he's a scholar or something. But I'm not sure what does he want us to do in here. But I gotta head out in a couple minutes. Atanchan, you want to break this down, fam?
You got it already, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't see it. I'm sorry.
You know what? Yeah, I can see it, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post it and let them see it. I'll run through it and I explain it a little bit.
But who is the source though? Who is this source? Let's talk about this source. Who is that?
It's this Live Science. This is an article I found. It's called Live Science. If you go down to the bottom, you'll see pretty much the sources.
Okay. Okay. So what source are they reading from?
What source was actually?
I mean, who's they getting their information from? Like what?
They reading from numerous. They reading from numerous different what's the name, geneticists, man, or people who study us telling you that. Listen, this is what we trying to prove, Dr. Sadiq. All right,
Gotcha.
we try. And
Fam, you breaking up. You breaking up, fam.
do at this proof. So in this, it's telling. Hold up, oh shit.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and post that in the link. So everybody in the chat room got that link. So everybody can go check it out. They, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just explain to us what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people can go check it out because, you know, because like I say, I seen you break down a lot of this shit, man. I seen y'all debunk this shit a lot. But I don't know if y'all understand what's going on. That like a lot is at stake here, man. Like for real. And so, but so it has to be, you know, proven in a, you know what I'm saying, in a thorough, sealed up, you know, medicine bottle type, you know what I'm saying?
Yo. Okay, so what are we about to see? What are we talking about? Hey man, listen, man. They don't have nothing.
Jaguar ready to screen share. You know, we pretty much ready to screen share and get through.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. We don't want to see nobody else's information. We want to see our information. So let's put his information on hold right now. We're gonna put our information out there because we don't want no chimpanzee ass information. So keep y'all information over there and do it on your show. Over here, we're gonna present motherfucking real evidence. Real shit that you should have seen before. So we're not trying to hear none of that. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. You have no evidence.
Click on Jaguar screen and pull it up so the
and I asked him another question. Who's y'all master teacher? Who's teaching y'all this? I'll wait. Motherfuckers is on third grade motherfucking education. Y'all on some old shit because nobody's teaching y'all this dumb shit no more. Who's teaching y'all this? I'm sorry, man. We can't allow this no more. We cannot allow dumb shit to be taught to the community no more.
What we looking at? Well, yeah, what we looking at, family?
Huh?
What we looking at? Are we looking at the entomology Aborigine? Now, what's the deal with those pyramids, man? Let's Tanchan, Brett, let's chop those pyramids down, fam. They clowned you, man. They clowned you, man. Y'all gotta we look bad out there, man. We look bad out there.
Hey, look, I got it. Listen, inside data. They didn't clown me because
they ain't clown nothing. They could have pulled up the definition of fucking.
We just screen shared the pyramids and proved that they was being constructed several hundred years before the ones in Egypt. We just screen.
What source? What's the source? What's the source? What's the source?
American Indian Encyclopedia is about $50,000.
A $50,000 encyclopedia.
You know what though? A lot of this stuff. Let me just tell y'all something, man. A lot of stuff you ain't gotta show no source because listen, ain't none of these people paying me no $100,000 of video to be showing them. They need to start doing their own research. Now, if I put 3 or 4 videos out there telling you that the Peru pyramids is older, you need to start doing your research and finding them sites. I put the videos out. Put all that, man. But you know what I'm saying? And understand this, Fadu. Listen, understand this, man. I done did hours and hours on this. I don't give a fuck what nobody believes. I prove this shit to myself. You understand what I'm saying? And through proving it to myself, other people should follow from there. So when I'm saying, even when it comes to a lot of this scholar, like I understand what you saying, you want to show it to the people though, but understand this, man. I made a claim that you never heard anybody ever say.
Right.
In your whole conscious or people who've been in the conscious community, have you ever heard anybody tell you that the pyramids in Peru was older and be able to find something to back it up?
Facts.
Right. We all know this. You see what I'm saying? We all know this.
Okay. So who are we proving it to?
Right.
We're not proving. Listen, my man.
We try to put this shit to bed, fam.
I've been on the Amin Ra squad for 4. Listen, I've been on the Amin Ra squad listening to them for years, bro. And everybody who come up there, it's the same thing. You prove to them different they tear you down from 5 different. Their research is not incredible because they ain't know nothing about the pyramids in Peru. They had to Google that. So for someone to come up there and show you that or whatever, they doing their research right now off of that. I don't have to research none of the research because I'm already researched in chematology and Pan-African studies. I've been there, done that. I just studied Dr. M. Hotel, Dr. Ben, Ivan Van Sertima. I have all the books over there. I got the civilization of what's the name of African civilization. I got all that shit over there. They gotta come on my level now.
Facts.
So understand that they have to come on my level. I'm a scholar because I'm teaching them. They're not credible to teach me nothing because I know everything that they know.
That's a fact.
So with that being said, when I show brother monthly report of anthropology, the man report, it shows you pre-Columbian skeletons in peace. So we ain't gotta specify them. They can clown us all you want because that's what the Amara Squad do. And this is what they've been doing. That's why people don't even, because one minute I can use a scholarly or in the next minute, oh man, the next minute it's not good. So who are we using? And like I told them, none of them, and understand this, and this is not to none of the brothers up there. Me myself, I don't call myself a scholar. I call myself process information, and I'm able to depict it, or I'm able to give you my opinion on it because it's all at the end of the day, it's all my opinion about look at the information and how I see it. It's my interpretation at the end of the day. Some people resonate towards my interpretation. Some people might have their own interpretation of the information that they read. But at the end of the day, the research speaks for itself, and they can never laugh or joke about something. Like I said, even that bullshit.com website that I put up, you got to go back and look at the source and see, this is what my teacher taught. This is what I learned. My teacher, I had to take a research class, right? So I do all the qualitative, quantitative, we did frequencies, we did histograms, and we had to do all that shit. So what I learned was this. I took this when I learned from the street. Okay, my cousin used to always say a word called flim flam. So he used to always be like, man, that's flim flam right there, man. I'm like, how you know? Because he said that shit just don't resonate with me properly. He said, nah, that's not right. He used to always tell me that. So when I got into my world of so-called academia and when I'm reading stuff, now if I'm reading one thing that contradicts another person, what I do is I look and see, well, what is the accommodation this person who's breaking down this other person? Oh, they the same exact people. Why? So why are they disagreeing on two things that they should be agreeing on? So this, I use common sense. I don't have to sit there and go spend $40. So I have to spend money to go to some of these websites to get up some of these bullshit ass articles, and all they doing is just rocking you back to sleep. Right. So at the end of the day, if you present the information, bro, listen, we didn't see pictures, we didn't see everything. In a real debate, ain't nobody gonna question none of the shit I put up there. Debate where we sit up there and we doing a PowerPoint presentation because I'm gonna show you the pictures first. Then I'm gonna show you the census. I'm gonna show you the census showing you that there's groups of people here, white and black. And they got categories for all subgroups under that. Melungeons, mulattoes, etc. Quandary, all that. All of them are offsprings of either these two people or one of the two. So with that being said, if I'm showing you people in Peru with afros, if I'm showing you people in the Yucatan with afros, I'm showing you people in Paraguay, and we got Europeans who's showing these people on maps. You be like, well, hold up, where did these people go? Common sense. You don't even have to go up there and have no scientists up there and say, yo, you're right. I don't need him to agree because we're scientists at this level. We are all scientists. because we're all able to sit there. Your opinion matters. Don't never let nobody tell you that your opinion don't matter, because you might pay attention to detail better than somebody else. So because you're able to pay attention to detail, that means that we have to take your opinion into, you know. So with that being said, don't never let nobody tell you you have to have everything. You listen. What
I see
are
what
we?
you're saying,
Listen.
fam. I get what you're saying, but let me ask you a question,
Let
fam.
me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. You ask me. You ask whoever. I just want to say this one thing. What we are trying to prove is this, right? They told you there was no black people here prior to 1492. Okay, we already proved that it was black people here prior to 1492. But you will have other people lie to you and tell you that, okay, all right, it was black people here, but they ain't true because you're African. And now they want you back to sleep. Now you done took yourself away from, hold up, there was black people here. So, oh, no, they're not mine because I'm an African. So you have to look at the mind spelled at the Amin Ra Squad and these other inside. Siletta told you in numerous videos, oh, we here. But when he get around the Amin Ra Squad, it's, oh, now he got amnesia and he don't remember saying none of the other sort. So with that being said, go ahead, ask me.
Now I want to say like how long they been around? The philosophy and all that stuff. How long you think they've been kicking that shit?
Who?
The so-called the bootleg Africans. How long you think they've been kicking that?
Are you talking about? Hold up. All right. So when we say Africans, remember the term fits two people. It fits colonists in 1812, and it fits black America. I just want you to understand.
I'm talking sarcastically. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So I don't mean nothing. I'm talking sarcastically.
All right.
How long? Yeah, how long you think they've been pushing that out?
Since the 1950s, when the CIA did this shit.
Okay, now
they tell you the CIA created the Pan-African movement.
Now today, they just been about 4 or 5 hours trying to shut y'all down. Why do you think that is?
Can I state one thing? They also made disclaimers like Africa created language and the Metaneta gave birth to all languages. I just want to go ahead and put that on record. That's not true. Also,
we talking about 6 straight hours, fam. I ain't counting them, but we talking about 6, 7 straight hours, fam. That's a whole shift at work to shut y'all down.
But listen, let me tell you something.
Why you think they did that?
Hours, in those 6 hours, they not there debating people who got quality information. They sit there talking. They sit up there battling people. You put something up there, they Googling it. If you put something like when I present to Garfield, the monthly archaeology, you told me, all right, well, now you want to use scholarly. I mean, now you want to use peer review. When you get said peer review wasn't. This is the games that he played.
Right.
He never challenged. Never challenged what I said.
But why you think they did that though, fam? That's what I'm saying. Why do you think they did that?
Because he had either one or two. I'm gonna say he had agent and he really know what he's doing, or it's peer pressure. Remember how when you was in school, shit to fit like just so you could fit into that group of people.
Yeah.
But because most of the people who say that we was here don't fuck, they had to separate themselves from Silent. Because Silent nothing like to do is like he tried to have that's how was gonna challenge me. Ain't qualified to challenge me. Garfield. None of them is qualified to challenge me.
Okay, well I just give my opinion. I just give my opinion real quick, and I'm gonna fade out. Now, you guys had created a whole new culture. Okay, we're talking a whole new culture. So we're talking music. We're talking language. We're talking fashion. We're talking all types of different things. You guys created a whole new culture. Okay. And so I don't know what that means to y'all, if y'all care or if it's not really don't mean nothing, but understand the significance of what I'm saying. You see, you created a whole new culture, and what it's doing, it's scaring white people. Okay, it's scaring them. So, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to send who
Bro,
to shut you
come on
down?
already.
You see what I'm saying?
Bro,
But
everything you said, we know.
but what I'm saying is that if you want to keep going and you want to keep going and you, because obviously, you know, either they on the ropes or whatever you want to call it, some kind of way somebody had to make a decision like, man, we need this Aboriginal shit is getting out of hand. Okay, so somebody made that decision like we need to do something about it. And so what I'm saying is that if you want to put that African shit, if you want to put that shit to bed, I'm talking to bed. You see what I'm saying? You got to do some thorough shit. You see what I'm saying? Because us in the culture, we already know. We already know. Us in the culture, we already know, you know what I'm saying? We seen all the videos. We did a little research ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We get all the philosophy that y'all spearing. But if we want to put that shit to bed, because they trying to put y'all to bed. You see what I'm saying? And so it seems like...
They can't though, but my brother.
But it can't.
Put us to bed.
But it can't.
We gonna put them to bed before it's all over with.
But it kind of seemed like it kind of seemed like.
Listen.
But hold on, I'm gonna say this point and then I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna say it kind of seemed like y'all really not trying to put them to bed. It kind of seemed like y'all just kind of, you know what I'm saying, out there just doing some stuff, you know, messing around, you know, getting some facts and things like that. It don't seem like y'all trying to put these motherfuckers to bed, like they trying to do y'all. That's all I'm trying to say. Cause you got it right now.
About putting them to bed. I mean, but I'm asking you this. I'm asking you a question. What do you mean? They can't put us to bed because it's self. The more people see it, the more people want to see them for being frauds. So they can't put us to bed.
That's a fact.
They can't.
But I'm not saying they is. I'm saying they're trying. So just a simple fact that I think I can. Just a simple fact that I think I can.
They can.
But no, it's not about if they could or not. It's about the motion. It's about the concept that I think I can, and I'm gonna try to do it. You see what I'm saying? Even if I don't succeed, like if I try to fight you, I get my ass beat. I still try. You see what I'm saying? So they.
That's what they supposed to do, though. I mean, I'm not surprised that they doing. That's what they supposed to do, and we know what we happen with it. I don't like to say shit like that because it was already understood. Most people, everything you said is already understood. You don't even have to say that because most people already understand that.
Okay.
You don't have to say that, but what I'm saying is you have to understand. You are on the internet, so some things you should bring light to. Like just said, oh, this is we know that already.
Okay.
But some things you don't say and bring attention to yourself, bro. You gotta be smart about this. The reason why people don't say certain things because they know, they already know, bro. You gotta be on point about what's going on. You just can't be. We are on the internet. What you say cannot be taken back, bro.
Right.
So you have to understand that. So what these niggas, this Pan-African is over with, bro. It's over with. They can sit there, Garfield, Diamond Rossbar, they sat there and ramble for 4 hours about nothing. It wasn't on top detail about nothing. It was all conjecture. Oh, DNA test. Oh, well, if you want to be a Native American, no, it's not that. The fact speaks for itself. We was already here, man. There's pyramids under the fucking Atlantic Ocean. So nothing said we don't need how the pyramids get built under the Atlantic Ocean. Somebody went underwater built them? Was it land there or was it a civilization there prior to the waters overflowing? So we don't have to say nothing. It's going to manifest itself and niggas on the outside looking at it. Because everywhere around the world, who set the culture? The Negroes in this country. We have every continent, everywhere, somebody trying to have swag, trying to put lines in their hair, trying to look like us, trying to be like us. So we already know who is the original people, bro. It manifests itself every hairstyle they found. Mohawks, bald heads, all these afros, flat. This is our shit, bro. So we already in one. No one is trying to be an African. They even Africans trying to be us because Wakanda is here, and the Jaguar guards over here. So you have to understand what's going on. People been talking about this for years, man. This is just not the first time this has resurfaced. This is the coming at a time where niggas gonna have to combat it at the same time. You're gonna have to combat it because the information speaks for itself. If you dig deep enough, you will see that Peru is older than Egypt. I sparked the research for you to get up there and do. Okay, I said it. Go ahead and do your research. But fine, what I tell you to do, don't pull up one article if you do it. Pull up at least 5, 6 articles and cross-reference them and compare them. And that's what you do to really find out. That's what I do in all my research. All my research, I sit there. I don't just pull up one article that says one thing. I didn't pull up one article saying that Peru was older than Egypt. I pull up numerous articles, and then I started checking some of the people who was in the article. Now, these were just regular.com, but when you start researching these people, you start seeing these head of the Science Institute or head of science archaeologists, anthropologists, and science. Why are these people saying this and no one else is saying it? So listen, the gig is up, man. It's been up for the last 2 or 3 years, man. You know what I'm saying? People already know we've been here, but people use that term Africa. None of us are from that free or Afar tribe.
I feel
so
you.
With that being said, I'll pass it to whoever. I'm just saying, but just remember, my brother, we already know what's going on about the movement, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got
so
you.
Just be, you know.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm looking out for you, man. I'm looking out for you. But yeah, the knowledge been around for a while, but the only thing is that the culture has not. So you guys are creating a culture. So the Aborigine culture ain't been around that long, but the philosophy been around for a long time. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I was trying to say. But go ahead, y'all.
When you say the Aboriginal culture, you got to take it back to the, like I said, which is the Curry Davidson. Shout out to African Americans and Africans. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters over there who did research, because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for a lot of their research, a lot of this shit that we talk about, like Johnny Aborigine, that was go ahead, this was doing real research, man. When everybody's running around here with African citizens on posting videos about black people being here, showing you what the Indians looked like. So this is the movement that they started. I ain't started nothing. All I did was watch all their videos and get the inspiration to go ahead and start doing my own thing. So I never sit here and tell you, oh, I'm the Google or I'm the person the way you got it. Nah, I put the information out there. You do your own research from there. So like I said, and then this is what these brothers did. They gave you, each individual had their own individual style or how they do stuff. Some people might not explain it. They can show you enough photos and enough literature to where you can make the determination. Because remember, the only thing we're trying to prove is that at the same time that these so-called African slaves got here, there was black people here. And the black people here outnumbered any of the slaves brought here. That's all I'm trying to prove. I ain't trying, in proving that, we found some other things out. We found that you have other people who made claims that the Americas, they found older bones than anything in Africa. And they found whole, not hominids, not no fucking Neanderthal, human body footprints that dates hundreds of million years. Now, numbers are astronomical or whatever. You got to say, well, why would they come up with an astronomical number like that?
Facts.
So, I yield the mic, man. I mean, but I'm just saying that's pretty much what I'm saying as far as that now. I'm just like, I'm going to always like give you the real information, because there's a lot of brothers out there who teaching this shit who not giving credit to the people who they learned it from. You gotta, what the fuck was the point? If you not, you listen, there is a bunch of videos that's talking about we've been here. So at this point in time, we know that no one is the first person who came up with this shit. So at the same time, if you got something from somebody who might have been that might have put this, I've never heard nobody talk about Indian slavery, and I never heard none of these niggas talk about Peru is older. They talk about the Olmecs, but the Olmecs. So like, and then the chinchilla mummies with the locks. Who wear locks? Everybody don't wear no locks, bro. The people in that territory is not wearing locks, man.
Facts.
We know who wear locks. We know who them people are, because the people who wear them locks, the Africans don't wear locks. And like my man said,
some of the Inca mummies, right?
Exactly, but they was called the Tuchilla mummies.
Yeah, that was found also with gold on their necks, you know, jewelry, and on their teeth.
Yes, exactly. That's where El Dorado is at. Where was that Peru? El Dorado was in Peru. All that shit they talking about Wakanda was over here, man. But what I'm telling you is they got dread the locks. The locks and stuff speak for itself. No one else is wearing locks. We're not gonna sit here and play and say, oh well, you got other people who wear. No, where are these people at? Why not none of the people who claim to be ancestors of these people? Why they not practicing or even rock these same traditions like their people were, or the same culture? You don't see no locks in Africa. Why is that? Why is that? Most Africans can't even grow hair until they come here. So like, you don't see them with their hair is not like, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but when you look at their hair, you look at them, exactly, it'd be nappy and it'd be spot. Our hair, we take care of our hair. We put oils and introduce, exactly, care of our hair, we braid our hair, we do different things to moisturize and make, you know what I'm saying, and make our hair, you know what I'm saying, to a certain texture, to our liking or whatever. So how we practice in this different culture, you know, white people don't put no oils in their hair. So hold up, Africans don't put oils in their hair, white people don't put oils in their hair. So why the fuck, how we putting oils in our hair? Where do we get that from? Where we get that from? Where we get that from? So like I said, man, it's already over, man. The most people, listen, like I said, go to the Armor Rod Squad. You go to the Armor Rod Squad, look up and see how many subscribers the Armor Rod Squad got. How many subscribers the Armor Rod Squad got, Chief Outlet?
He ain't even know her no more, but they got quite a bit.
Let's get this knowledge.
He got
Let's get this knowledge down. I was saying, yeah, I was trying not to have no character slander, but I know, you know what I'm saying, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I seen you debunk all this shit before. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some of your videos. I know what y'all brothers is capable of. I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all capable of. But the whole point is that when you trying to prove it, you know what I'm saying, to the world, or you trying to prove it, it's a little different ball game. And so that's the level I was trying to take it. But
yeah, what?
Bro, it's easier. It's so easier. You know why? Why it's easier? Because this is what they want to tell you. They said it was no black people here prior to 1492. This is what they told you. But we find out different. So if I can prove to you that it's black people here, you got the Smithsonian Institute telling you that the first Americans looked at, like, they ain't saying was, they saying resembled Africans, Australians, and South Pacific Islands. So
they don't even understand it because they keep saying they try to lump us all in like we all believe the same God or some shit, like we all believe the same. So they think we like some kind of cultish type some kind of cult type deal. Like I mean not like, but or some kind of religion. They don't know that each and every one of us have our own, you know, different types of perspectives and shit. So you can know 100% they really don't, you know what I'm saying, they really don't know. So what they doing is they feeding off what you say. You see what I'm saying? They feeding off what you say, but cause you hear a couple.
They
Right,
always want to do
you hear a
that.
couple brothers always say they. Like, who you talking? You got to be specific, because everybody don't say that. You see what I'm saying? So they trying to, you know what I'm saying? But this is what you need to understand. This is one part I want to say too, is that like when I being in this I don't know what to call it, this online culture or whatever the hell you want to call it. I noticed that people get larger when they have an enemy. I notice when a person has the enemy, they get stronger. And this, you know, when they have some dirt, or when they have something to slander, when they have some enemy, they get stronger. And so if they don't have an enemy, then they slowly die. You see what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, but and
Hey,
I don't mean like literally, but I mean like
You
their channels and
saying
shit.
aggressor. You saying you need an agitator or someone to agitate you. Just like in any movie, there's always an agitator. Whether it's the damn landlord upstairs that don't want you to play the music loud, or it's a motherfucker with a bomb trying to blow up something. There's always an agitator. But understand that this is basically about people trying to find their culture. And when people do eventually find their culture, it probably would die there. But it's more. But as far as that's what it's all about. It's not a
hey,
movement to where, yeah.
I'll make sure
Go ahead, fellas.
my mic was fucking up. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm sorry,
I
Omac. Go ahead, man.
But
Jaguar.
that's pretty much. Wait, yeah, Jaguar, what's up? Where Jaguar? I see you got something up on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm here just to, you know what I'm saying, bring some of this bibliography claiming to the you know, the pyramid.
Yeah, go ahead, fam. But I was saying like if their numbers started dropping, you know what I'm saying, and they get an enemy, their numbers rise up. You see what I'm saying? And so now Aborigines is the new enemy now. You see what I'm saying? And so that makes them stronger. This is how they work. But in all reality, if we were just to ignore that shit and don't watch that shit and unsubscribe from that shit will literally fade. You see what I'm saying? But I know that take too much discipline. But and so now that the Aborigines is the new enemy, I mean they finna get strong, man. You see what I'm saying? They round up today, and so so what I was, you know what I'm saying. So my bottom line is that if you don't want to prove to the world, you know what I'm saying, and you just want to prove to them, or prove to, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to prove to us, but if you just want to prove to them, then if you just shut down and just, you know, unsubscribe and just did, you know what I'm saying, did what you had to do, that shit will fade. You know what I'm saying? That shit will fade out the window. You understand what I'm saying? Like that I'm a slave from Africa shit, that shit will fade because they won't have an enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they don't got the Moors to fuck with, or the Hebrews to fuck with, and the Aborigines, who they gonna fuck with? You know what I'm saying? It has to be an enemy, and for some reason in this culture, in this online community, the conscious community, everybody has to have an enemy unless nobody listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me from an observer, just watching. And so now the Aborigines have become the new enemy. Now the Aborigines will rise, you know what I'm saying, because now the Aborigines has an enemy. So now the Aborigines is finna start rising up and getting offended and start rising up, just like tonight. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, we just gotta just come, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta just come to us, you know what I'm saying? Come to ourselves and just do our own shit, because we do gotta at the end of the day, we do gotta get this culture together. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But that's all I want to say, y'all. Good job out here, man. I'm trying my best to be out here with y'all. You know, I don't want to get into this online. Oh man, he rolling with Chief Holiday, so now he did this and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here. I'm having a little fun. I'm learning and practicing and things like that. So I'm out here with y'all, fam. I support you.
No doubt. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I fucked with you too, brother. Yeah, we just ready to keep pushing this information out and just keep showing without a shadow of a doubt who we are, with evidence and data to back it up. So Jaguar, go ahead and go in with what you gonna do, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off. You know, everybody bibbing. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, you know, and I just want to make sure I come in solid to state that a lot of archaeologists and scientists nowadays, most of them are under a oath. And you can look that up all over the web. Look up forbidden archaeology. They got multiple websites on Google for that to make it simple. And just to prove even more, like I was saying, I got a book here, Atlantis in America, Navigators of the Ancient World. And as you see, by Ivar Zapp and George Erickson, this book was pressed in 1998. But the bibliography is great because they give you multiple sources, articles, and other scholarship to back up with it. But the point I'm gonna get to is, of course, the the pyramid in Peru. So I'm gonna go on down here to page 11 because I've been reading and I know exactly where it's at. So it ain't like I get these books just to skim through and see what I can find. I actually read. I actually read my books. But we have right here, all right, say believes or recognize that the Olmecs were building pyramids and great stone megaliths for thousands of years before the classic Maya built their cities. Discovery after discovery has revealed that the accepted dates for civilization in the Americas are very wrong. At Chan Chan or at Con Con in Peru, at Cavan or Chavan culture, instead of certain emergence, displays a continued line of development of a naval culture that dates back over 8,000 years. Pedra Furada in Brazil is now known to have supported a diverse culture over 12,000 years ago. Monte Verde in Chile is at least that old and may have supported a navigational culture 32,000 years ago. So what they saying is our people here in the Americas was navigating the seas 32,000 years ago. So now
Mm-hmm.
it tells you here, without a doubt, civilizations in the Americas go back further than established dates for Mesopotamia or Egypt. 8,000
Mm-hmm.
year old mummies in Peru predate identically embalmed Egyptian mummies by 3,000 years.
Mm.
Residue of Holy American tobacco and cocaine recently discovered in 5,000-year-old mummies in Egypt and in Sudan established evidence of contact between the old and new world thousands of years before Christ. Now we know just from that little section, cocaine, all right, we know that's indigenous to America. Tobacco, of course, is indigenous to America. So we have facts right there, man. If they need to see the bibliography, I can pull it up right quick. Uh, I can show them the bibliography. Hold on.
Bro, that's something right there to make anyone just do their research because you're like, hold up, all right. See, my thing is this: I'm the type of person I think like this, right? All right, if you taught me something, right, and I hear something that's not right, I'm gonna either do two things. I'm gonna stand on what I've been taught, or I'm gonna be curious and I'm gonna go ahead and do some research and find out, well, why is this person saying this?
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Or either I'm gonna be, that's not true. You know how that, that's an ignorant person. An ignorant person is just someone who don't know. It's someone who rejects information or whatever and just ignores it without even doing the research. Will sit there and slander you or sit there and tear down anything you bring forth without even doing the further research. Now that's a beautiful article right there, bro. I would definitely keep that. You said, I don't know if do your screen. I don't know if y'all know how to do you got screen sharing?
Yeah, we screen share right now as we speak.
No, I'm talking about when you don't do live stream, do you know how to record your videos and do a share screen like that?
Oh no, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you gonna have to put us up on game, brother.
Download iSpring. It's called, look, just as simple as this. Just download. It's called iSpring. It's a free recorder. It's simple. All I do is press record, and then just have your pages and everything already open. So as you go, you just click through your pages and record your channel. Record it. It'll save to your desktop, and then you just upload it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to. I see jokers using their phone, and you know what I'm saying. Like you ain't got to do that. You can just go right to the recorder, and it's gonna record everything. And if you want to like re-edit it, you take your picture and somehow, I know Todd Data probably not do this, but you can take your picture and edit it, re-edit it. Because sometimes I use two editors. I record it on iSpring from the what's the name, and then I put additional like other clips in it. Do another thing called VSCO. It's video. It's a video editor, but it's real easy, man. It's not hard. I'm not with all the complicated stuff. I'm pretty simple with my information or whatever though. But yeah, definitely, I will make a video on that, bro. Because like I said, no one is talking about that. No one talking about that, bro. No one talking about that, bro. No one. That's gonna bust anybody's bubble. But what?
I got something I want to screen share also, so I'm gonna go in a little bit. We'll get get started on language. American Indian influence on language. Since contact with Europeans, American Indians have contributed hundreds of words from their indigenous language to both English and Spanish, predominant languages of the conqueror and colonizers. Often these words, adopted words, were the, let me scroll up a little bit. Y'all see? Were adopted names Indians had given to the animals, plants, and places the Europeans had never seen before. For example, the manatee, an aquatic mammal that is found in the coastal waters of both tropical Americas and Africa, was named after the Carib Indian word manatee, which meant beast. And there's other different variations of words that we contributed, hundreds of words to the English language.
Now that was peace. I got something else whenever y'all finish, man. So
go ahead.
All right. I got this other book, man. The Prehistoric Man and His History. I chose this book. It's a good one for bibliography and showing people, you know, scholarship. It's by G.F. Scott Elliott, M.A. All right. So now you see here where the book come from, Cornell University Library. Okay, so I think one of those HOK members went to Cornell. I'm not sure who. But what I'm gonna do is get straight to it, of course, because like I say, I read my books. So what I'm gonna show is they call it Pliocene. And basically what happened was you had archaeologists who was doing studies on America. And of course, once they found some remains, you know, it was pretty much a wrap for what was already considered what they call outdated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the archaeology and archaeologists, they like to put dates on stuff, but a lot of the stuff that they use, it comes from outdated sources. So hold up right quick, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get straight to it. So that way we won't be scrolling down. I might just have to scroll down. I just scroll down. I know what page it's on. So if you ever get this book, just go to page 49. Basically what it's saying is The Pliocene found fossils from archaeologists. You know, they found Pliocene bones and fossils from animals and human remains. And records to Dr. Monroe, Professor Salas, and Dr. Du Bois. Okay, so I'm finna get y'all straight there. If y'all just bear with me. But it's basically telling you that the fossils included characteristics of Pliocene era. The Pliocene era dates back 2.5 to 5 million years ago.
Damn.
And this is just something just to back the claim of you know, our people being present here in the Americas way before they could imagine. You know, we talking millions of years ago, so we going hard. Just bear with me. Got like 16 more pages to scroll down, and this book loaded with pictures of artifacts. You know what I'm saying? So, and if anybody want any of these books that I'm sharing, you know what I'm saying, I guess just leave a message in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat, but I don't mind giving information to the people so they can also have a claim to what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we just here to show and prove. Of course, we know that they set up their platforms to have the upper hand and to keep everybody derailed and confused. So, you know, we're gonna start doing a whole lot more thorough evidence to show for the people. But all right, we finally done got here. All right. So here we go. All right, just bear with me, bear with me. Let me see if this gonna work one more time right quick.
Yeah, man, just keep dropping the bombs and showing the sources, and they can go do the further research. We just gonna keep it pushing. It's up to them to do the research, show the sources, and we gonna keep it pushing.
Right.
It's undisputable. And peace and bless everybody for coming out there, supporting the channel, and looking at this real information. Less talking, a little more screen sharing and showing of evidence of what we're doing over here. And appreciate everybody coming at us on the panel, dropping their knowledge also.
Gotta type it in one more time, man, because it's hard to find the exact page. I thought it was page 49, but I wasn't put it. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, right? Would you consider this scholarship?
Yeah, this right. Yeah, this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a book from Cornell University. So, you know, and like I said, it got multiple bibliography in it too to back it up. So I just wanted to make sure I got books that was from well-known universities and had good bibliography that you can look up and it's proving the same point. I even checked some of the bibliography myself, so I made sure I found thorough books that actually produce what they call scholarship. So I'm gonna have to break down some things for the people who may not know while I'm doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and start from here. All right. It says here, man may have lived in Pliocene, South America, but the proof of his having been there at so early a time are not satisfactory. Okay. There is, however, little doubt that a man like ape or ape-like man or something betwixt and between did live in Java during the Pliocene period. Okay, so they talking about the Java man. The Java man we know is supposed to be a form of the Neanderthal man. All right. So the Pliocene era, like I was saying, and I'll go ahead and go to
Hey,
it.
hey, bro. Hey, can we get a date on a period of the Pliocene
Yeah, that's
period,
what I'm
brother,
finna go
for the
to now.
people to know?
I'm finna go to it now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my bad, brother. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, we could just use Wikipedia for just this. This ain't nothing deep. You know what I'm saying? We can show the people with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's telling you, all right. Pliocene or Pliocene, epic is the epic and the geological time scale that it stands from 5.33 million to 2.58 million years. All right. It is the second and youngest epic of the Neogene period. All right. So, like I say, it's giving you the time period of what Pliocene is right here. So, right here, it's
Wait a
telling you,
minute. I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? Did you say 500 million years?
nah, five, just 2.5 to 5 and 5.33 million.
No, I can't. It's breaking up, man. I don't know me. Can you say that again, brother?
Yeah, I said it's 2.5 up to 5.33 million years. Not 500 million yet. We ain't got to that deep yet. But
Okay, so what they're saying is that it was some people in America 5 million plus years ago.
yeah,
Is that what you're saying, brother?
that's what I'm finna get to now. I'm finna make sure the people can
Oh,
really,
okay.
yeah. Okay, so
Okay. So when we talk about Pliocene period or whatever, we just wanted to be clear with the people that that's just a period of time.
right,
Yeah, follow me. So just keep that in mind. So so that lets you know there was people here millions of years ago, according to science. So let's
right.
keep it. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
You right, you said it right. But okay. So it say here, Dr. Du Bois discovered the remains of this creature in 1894. And ever since there has been a violent and voluminous controversy about its bones. We shall not devote much space to the Pithecanthropus erectus. That's the Java man. They talking about the Java man right there. For there are excellent recent accounts in such works as those of Dr. Monroe, Professor Solis, and Dr. Du Bois himself. The remains consist of a skull, a high thigh bone, two molars, and one premolar tooth. They were found in situ by Dr. Du Bois himself near Trenton and buried below some 12 to 15 meters of hardened sand deposited by the river Bengawan. It is quite likely that the animal perished during a volcanic eruption. All right. So that the bones belong to the Pliocene age seems fairly well proved, although doubts have been expressed on this as well as on every other. You get what I'm saying? Because they telling you right here that they always try to doubt things that goes against the mass theory because they all under oath. So you got scientists that do agree to stick to a certain theory, no matter what they find. But you got some who don't, and these are one of them. All right. So it tells you here. All right. Point connected with the Pithecanthropus. The other fossils, which were apparently its contemporaries, include such characteristic Pliocene forms as elephant, stegodon, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, and it has right here parentheses of Indian affinity. Do I need to look up the word affinity? I can do that right quick just to show what affinity means. And it's only really saying it relates, showing relation. Affinity. Relation by marriage. Okay. From Old French, affinity. Relationship, kinship. All right. Relationship, kinship, neighborhood, or vicinity. So it's telling you, hold on, let me get back to it. It's telling you that other fossils, which were apparently its contemporaries, which means the same, include such characteristics Pliocene forms as elephants, stegodon, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, or Indian affinity. See what I'm saying? So why would they throw Indian as the only type of human specimen? Because the rest of them are animals: hyena, tapir, deer, bubulus. You see what I'm saying? So this right here is telling you that they find human remains, and that yeah, it had to be people who are indigenous to the land, who are known as Aborigine, because we know that the Indian are Aborigine. And I just wanted to prove that point. Like I say, this book it has more in it on that age, the Pliocene age. It's got more archaeology. It's got more artifacts. It's got pictures. It's a good book from the Cornell University. You know what I'm saying? So anybody want that, they can check that out. There's much more in there about Indians and Aborigines. So I know I don't have time to go through the whole book, but I wanted to make sure we get that in there so the people can really see that, you know, we have documents and we have scholarship, or what they want to call scholarship, because they even tell you themselves that you can't trust white scientists, but we know that they the only ones putting out these books. So it speaks for itself, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yo, hey Ty, so you can't look at your email because I sent a bunch of stuff over there. There's some stuff, man, that the family probably seen before, but you know, we wanna show it again. Um, I'm gonna send this Ty to my email, like I said. There we go. Monkey. I'm gonna send the monkey for the monkey squad. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. Y'all know I'm ignorant. Y'all know I'm ignorant.
Hey, yeah, while y'all doing that, let me show something right quick too,
I
man.
ain't, huh?
Let me show them something on the word monkey, right?
Yo, I just
Oh,
said
go
no,
ahead, go
just
ahead.
53 minutes. Yeah. So I wanted to put up this Frederick Douglass thing because I think it's important. I'm gonna send this to you and I'll read it. I've read it a few times and I don't know everybody's seen it, but I think at this point right now, I think we got to hit it from different angles. You know, scholarship, and this right here will be called a primary source, y'all. Because a book, you know, could be secondary sources or things like that. But this Frederick Douglass one would be a primary source in time of something that he said, a statement that he said. You know what I'm saying? This is called "The Folly of Colonization," 1894. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna try to put y'all to sleep, man. Um, all right. So, okay. So, Ty, I don't know if you see it yet back there, so we can put it up on the screen before I start reading. Shout out to Freddie Douglass, man. The little Indian boy. Yeah, go back and do that research. That's what they called him. And you gotta understand, you know, they were interchanging Indian, Negro, nigger, you know, all together. Because the first terminology of who they would call a nigger would be the so-called natives up in Canada, Nova Scotia, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, do y'all research, man, on these terminologies. Well, you got that yet, brother? Okay. Well, check it out. It says, okay, so this is a quotation from Frederick Douglass, The Folly of Colonization, 1894. And this image, the image, hopefully we get to put the image up. It says it's by the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Okay, it says quotation: "We have a fight on our hands right here, a fight for the redemption of the whole race. A blow struck successfully for the Negro in America is a blow struck for the Negro in Africa. For until the Negro is respected in America, he need not expect consideration elsewhere. All this native land talk, however, is nonsense. The native land of the American Negro is America. His bones, his muscles, his sinews are all American." Frederick Douglass, the Folly of Colonization, 1894. Ooh, yeah, I mean, yeah, come on now. Now that's a primary source from somebody whatever from that time period, and that's 1900. 1894 is 1900.
Those are dagger.
6 more years is 19.
Guillotine.
I mean,
Hey, read that one more time, fam. Read
that's a
that one more
scalp.
time. Hey, read that one more time, fam.
Is that read it one more time?
Yeah,
Point
one more
on
time.
Oh, I
roll.
gotta pull it back up.
I'm
Hold on.
sorry. Peace, y'all.
Fair use.
I probably know it by heart, but not. Sounds
Fair
like
use.
Yeah. Hey, and we said this before, but somebody sent this to Umar Johnson. His ancestor was talking about this right here, and it's like I said the other night. It's interesting that he's keeping his name Johnson, but it's interesting. But okay, quotation marks. "We have a fight on our hands right here, a fight for the redemption of the whole race, and a blow struck successfully for the Negro in America is a blow struck for the Negro in Africa. For
Okay,
until the Negro is
fam. So
huh?
what they saying is that we need to get our shit together here first before anything in Africa.
I mean, yeah, it goes on to say, hold on. Yeah, it goes on to say, yeah, it says, okay, a blow struck for the Negro in Africa. Okay, so for until the Negro is respected in America, he need not expect consideration elsewhere. All this native land talk, however, is nonsense. The native land of the American Negro is America. His bones, his muscles, his sinews are all American." Frederick Douglass, The Folly of Colonization, 1894.
Wow.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
that's
Deep.
that
Deep.
right there
Well, well,
is
well.
murder. I
You know.
mean,
I hear.
it's man,
I hear.
shit.
I hear a lot of
You
people
got more,
in the conscious community or
huh?
whatever talk about this big you know this big vision of Africa. They gonna go to Africa and they gonna connect it and they gonna have this this big African type they gonna connect Africa and do all this. Do you think these brothers still do you think they still believe that? Do you think they still push that? I haven't heard in a while, but do you think they still believe that? Like they hoping that somehow Africa's gonna come back and they gonna get us and like we gonna have this big party in Africa or something like that. Do you think they still believe that?
I don't. I really don't. I don't think that they believe that at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, like just from just experience. You know what I'm saying, and what you see, and just in general. You know what I'm saying, just the interaction between the two peoples. In 1894, Frederick Douglass had a clear distinction in the folly in this speech right here in the folly of colonization. And now keep this in mind, right? Now let's just examine this title: folly, the folly of colonization. So he knew that these people had came to this land from somewhere else, and they called it colonization, right? So
Yeah.
somebody had came to America, to his lands, and colonized. So he was dealing with them in 1894. Y'all follow me?
Right. 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 So
Now, yeah, yeah. So he's making a clear distinction in the folly of colonization between the Negro of the American Negro and Negro in Africa. This is 1894. This is even after they're already pushing back to Africa and all these other things. You know what I'm saying, that they were started teaching, but all these things started happening. You know what I'm saying? The Darwin, the social Darwinism, the eugenics society, all these other things started to come into play right along with a lot of the scholarship that you guys read and that you guys swear on. It comes directly from Hershelvix and Boaz and all these people, directly from them, directly from their imaginations. And these things all work together to put them into power. Period.
Yeah,
This is the source of their power.
yeah. I don't think they understand that, man.
Nothing else matters, man. Nothing else matters. Y'all can talk about everything else y'all want to talk about, but until you can break the spell of their power on your fucking brain, words, don't let words put you in a box. That's the problem. We're in a social box. A social, people say the Matrix, and they made that movie, but it's a real social construct that they have put you in. They programmed you to be in this box. And that's the problem. They say, oh yeah, you're a slave. Anytime you see black or you see slave, you have to associate yourself set with that. And it all works out with the religion, it all worked out with the social things and everything. It's a perfect storm to what we see now. People that who you see the Donald Glovers, you see people that who don't know the hell they are. So yeah, man, this is a psychological warfare on our people,
So,
along with all the chemical warfare and everything else, the medical warfare. I mean, they got whistleblowers that come out and say it, but we act like they didn't happen.
fam. So
So
what do
we
you
worry
think?
about the wrong things as a people when we think, huh?
What do you think they fascination with Africa? Like why Africa? Like why they don't really care about like this land? Why you think that is? I mean, cause I mean we know they scared to protect it, but it's also like this fascination about it, like people dressing up in costumes and shit, like you know what I'm saying, like people wearing these garments and shit, kind of like these costumes and shit, like cause we don't really wear that over here, you know what I'm saying, and so it's kind of like we trying to mimic Africans. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that when you talk to most people from African, they don't know what part of Africa they from. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like a fascination, even with costumes and shit. People be wearing the little
Yeah. Let me ask
garments
you a
and shit.
question. You just made
What
me think about something though. You just
what
made me
you
think
think?
about something.
You see what I'm saying? What you think that is, man?
Okay,
What type of
other than calling ourselves, what are we mimicking of them though?
like people be wearing costumes and shit? They be wearing like little
Well, that's nothing. No. We I don't never see Africans running around here with some dashiki zones made in China and stuff like that, whatever. So no,
right.
that's
That's what I'm
that's some
saying.
that's some Jackson shit. I'm saying that we don't emulate them; they emulate us. So why are we still calling ourselves them when we don't eat their foods? We don't have none of their culture. We have an American culture. We have American language.
Right.
Shout out to Ab, man. Went into that science right there. Yo, we're speaking our fucking language right now. I'm tired of y'all, man. Y'all, man, this is crazy. Y'all,
But
and
what you
then
think
these
that is,
same,
man? What you think that's just driving it?
I got quotation over here. Y'all are not scholars. Because a scholar would know our side just as much as you know your side. We know your side.
Right,
That's a problem for y'all.
right,
We know Kemet. We know West Africa. We know all the dumb shit that was taught to us by African American studies. So we're trying to change the whole system to Aborigine American studies. Do y'all understand this? That's what we're doing. We're coming for heads. We're coming with information. We're coming with the scholarship. We're coming with the science. We're going to get into some science. We're going to get into all of that. Y'all can't fuck with this. And every time y'all come out with something, we can debunk it. You can't debunk shit over here. Please sit down somewhere. Please debunk Frederick Douglass. That's what y'all do. Debunk that. And matter of fact, I still need y'all to produce this law because I'm going to continue to say slavery is fake until you can produce a law that made all of us slaves. Please do it. Please stop.
right. What about the other
Y'all are willing
teacher?
agents.
What about the other teacher,
Huh?
Adam
About
Van
what?
Server? And remember that one clip you showed me? You know, cause one of the elders going in and telling people about the OMAC and telling people how we was here. I think his name was Ivan Van Sertima.
Well, I heard somebody say, I heard somebody was challenging us in the chat room yesterday, and they said, oh, they have Olmec eggs in Ethiopia. Well, yeah, they took them there in 2013 or some shit. Those are not. They didn't
Yeah,
find them there.
those fake as hell. They already that shit already been
Stop
debunked
that, man.
already. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then listen, why you don't find no Olmec heads or nothing that even looks like an Olmec in West Africa? So no, you guys act like they don't lie about the information. We're saying that everything came from America and then went east.
They want to see it.
That's what we're saying. We're not listening to nothing that you people are saying anymore because we have a clear scientific evidence that we have more stuff here. Period. You're never gonna get around that ever. We'll go.
Fact, man, we really could have just used one book because it got so many sources to prove a lot of this, man. But we want to show multiple sources, so
Yeah,
it ain't
we really do.
it ain't nothing to it, man. And like you say, they gotta prove our stuff to be wrong, man. We are like they say, we've been hearing them talk about Africa for the past 10, 15 years.
Absolutely.
There's no need of us trying to stoop down and explain to them terms that they don't choose to use, even through law. So you know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself, man. I even feel like I say, a lot of people try to say, Chief, you didn't do good. I felt Chief did great. Chief handled them. They didn't answer none of that. They didn't answer none of Chief questions. Every time he brought up etymology, they cut him off and started talking about whatever else. It was always a game, man, because they know they got to learn our stuff because they've been over there trying to learn their stuff. And just like everybody's saying, y'all over here trying to tell us what to do. You need to be in Africa over there online trying to tell us. How you gonna tell us what to do on our shit?
I mean, we didn't already prove to them that we got older pyramids. We got older mummies. Antontinus one told them earlier. We got mummies reaching back 8,000 years ago. So what is you talking about? So, and we got the references to prove it. We got the sources to prove it also.
Well, check this out though. So I'm about to I'm sending this right here to the Chief Holiday. I want to play this. It's Africans, not Mongoloids, were the first Americans, right? And it says updated, right? So I'm just gonna update it, even though I'm gonna revise it a little bit more, right? So-called Africans, not Mongoloids, were the first Americans. Y'all see how that works? And then, and if you just say Aborigine, or you just come up with another word other than African, because if you say Africans now, it's foreign, it's afar, it's away from this land. That's a political strategy by the people who created afar. Afri. They created that. We didn't create that. As a political strategy to take power. It's a company. It's a like the Hudson Company, the Sierra Leone Company. Y'all follow me?
Yeah, family, we gotta show it though, man. We gotta show it, man.
Yeah. I mean, I got you. I mean, yeah, man. And shout out to all the smart ones in the chat room, man. All the great ones. They already know a lot of this information. But no, I just sent you the. I want to play this video. Pictures say 1,000 words. I don't care what y'all say. We can show y'all writings all day about Luzia, about Naya. But you was talking about Walter Nevis. And you said something that he didn't say. So we're going to play his words so you can't mischaracterize what he said, because people listen to everything he said as opposed to what the man actually said. Y'all suck, man. Y'all suck. Y'all actually at this point right now, y'all actually lying to the people because you're not presenting the evidence correctly. If you know that out of Africa is a theory, then you can't teach it as a fact. If you know that evolution is a theory, then you cannot teach that as a fact. And we're gonna show that they got other theories now that debunk the whole out of Africa theory.
Right. Right. So
And I said that yesterday too, but they'll say, "Oh, y'all didn't show that." Well, y'all didn't watch our show. Y'all missed class. Not the smart ones that's listening to us. Not the ones. Listen, this information is changing everything. Dr. Ivan Van Sertima didn't say that shit came from America to Africa. He said shit came from Africa to America. Dr. Ben didn't say that. We are bringing this fucking information now, and we're basing this information off of peer-reviewed science, peer-reviewed. I mean, just logic will tell you what 100,000 years ago, the word Africa didn't exist. So we're talking about 1 million years ago, you know, in archaic time periods and beyond. What are y'all talking about, man? And y'all know these people's black. You can't say that they were mixed. That don't make sense. Stop it, man. It makes no sense. And then find me some bones that go back 20,000 years in Africa. A full skeleton, not a piece, not a shard, not something that y'all are saying that it's a real skull. But I keep challenging them all the time. They say, "Oh, the ones we found up in Morocco that go back 300,000 years ago, it's a shard. It's not a full skeleton."
You joking?
So y'all playing, man. Y'all have nothing. You dookie. Y'all got, man. Y'all need to go back. Y'all need to burn all y'all books.
It's a
All
fascination,
of
man. I think it's a fascination, man, because yeah, it could be a fascination. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, first off, Africans don't really fuck with us. You know, second off, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't really fuck with them. So it's some kind of psychological fascination, man. You see what I'm saying? It's like a little kid in a movie or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Fascinated about some shit, because it's like, you understand what I'm saying? It's I don't know, man. It's kind of deep.
Hey, well, check it out. The video is 9 minutes. I don't know if you got it queued up yet.
Yeah, I got it.
The
You
video
ready
is
for
9
it?
minutes. Now, like I said, yeah, this is science. We're getting into science because craniology is the most reliable.
But who's doing it? Who's doing it?
They're gonna talk about the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil, and then I think they sent it over to some other guys. They're gonna talk about the experts that are figuring this out.
So the name of it is Africans, not Mongoloids, were the first Americans. So
so-called Africans,
right.
and so-called Mongoloids.
Right.
So-called Americans.
So these supposed to be the real Africans that came over here, not the
So check this
version.
out. First, but remember they could have put Aboriginal instead of first. So first Americans, keep that in mind. First, keep that in mind. First. Google, let's go.
Everybody mute your mic, please.
In the heart of the Brazilian wilderness lies a prehistoric rock shelter, decorated with thousands of strange paintings. South American archaeologists are finding unusual human remains. The skulls aren't European, but they aren't American Indian either. They belong to none of the prehistoric races known to have set foot in the New World. These skulls are as old as the Ice Age. So who were these first people to discover the Americas? And what became of them? Did they all disappear? Or did some of them survive? Indians, in fact, had been in America for thousands of years. Scientists today can tell precisely when they arrived and from where. All native peoples in South and North America belong to a racial type known as Mongoloid. They're descended from the ancient peoples of Siberia. During the Ice Age, 12,000 years ago, there was a land bridge between Siberia and Alaska. Mongoloid peoples were the first to enter the New World, or so experts thought. The Brazilian finds point to a very different story of the discovery of the Americas. Paintings on these rock shelters are much older than the Indians. Here, hunters chased giant armadillos, an animal that flourished during the Ice Age long before the arrival of the Indians. But if people had been here before the American Indians, surely there would be other traces of their presence. The archaeologists continued to dig, down to depths 50,000 years old. And then they found this. Fragments of animal bone and charcoal. For Anne-Marie Passy, one of the archaeologists involved in the dig, these fragments were proof of human occupation.
We
found structures shaped like hearths. Next to the charcoal, depending on the period, we sometimes found food leftovers of animals they may have eaten.
The Brazilian finds show that the New World was discovered tens of thousands of years earlier than previously believed, certainly well before the time of the American Indians. But who were these pioneers? A much earlier wave of Mongoloids, or another race altogether? Clues to the identity of the first Americans are emerging in rock shelters in the northeast and southeast of Brazil. Archaeologists there have recently unearthed human remains. Prehistoric skulls were found buried in layers of soil 9,000 to 12,000 years old. They are the oldest skulls in the Americas. And this is the oldest of them all. The skull of a young woman named Luthia by scientists. Can she tell us who the first Americans were? Walter Neves is a physical anthropologist at Sao Paulo University in Brazil. He has been using a standard and reliable archaeological measure, the shape of the skull, to find out what race she belonged to. He fully expected Luthia to be a Mongoloid, an ancestor of the American Indians. But then he fed the measurements into the computer.
When we started running the computer and seeing the results, it was amazing because we realized that the statistics, the quantitative analysis we were doing was not showing these people to be Mongoloid. In fact, the analysis was showing these people was anything except Mongoloid.
Okay, Chief, you want to break that down? What we just saw, or what he's talking about? Hello.
Well,
I said you want
yeah,
to break that down.
I do, but I kind of want to because we missed a lot of the video. Go back to the let's start it over and then play it all the way through, and we can come back and talk about it. Let me turn it down. So. Yeah, can you move Apocalypse and Mystique? Ooh.
In the heart of the Brazilian wilderness lies a prehistoric rock shelter, decorated with thousands of strange paintings. South American archaeologists are finding unusual human remains. The skulls aren't European, but they aren't American Indian either. They belong to none of the prehistoric races known to have set foot in the New World. These skulls are as old as the Ice Age. So who were these first people to discover the Americas? And what became of them? Did they all disappear? Or did some of them survive? Indians, in fact, had been in America for thousands of years. Scientists today can tell precisely when they arrived and from where. All native peoples in South and North America belong to a racial type known as Mongoloid. They're descended from the ancient peoples of Siberia. During the Ice Age, 12,000 years ago, there was a land bridge between Siberia and Alaska. Mongoloid peoples were the first to enter the New World, or so experts thought. The Brazilian finds point to a very different story of the discovery of the Americas. Paintings on these rock shelters are much older than the Indians. Here, hunters chased giant armadillos, an animal that flourished during the Ice Age long before the arrival of the Indians. But if people had been here before the American Indians, surely there would be other traces of their presence. The archaeologists continued to dig, down to depths 50,000 years old. And then they found this. Fragments of animal bone and charcoal. For Anne-Marie Passy, one of the archaeologists involved in the dig, these fragments were proof of human occupation.
We
found structures shaped like hearths. Next to the charcoal, depending on the period, we sometimes found food leftovers of animals they may have eaten.
The Brazilian finds show that the New World was discovered tens of thousands of years earlier than previously believed, certainly well before the time of the American Indians. But who were these pioneers? A much earlier wave of Mongoloids, or another race altogether? Clues to the identity of the first Americans are emerging in rock shelters in the northeast and southeast of Brazil. Archaeologists there have recently unearthed human remains. Prehistoric skulls were found buried in layers of soil 9,000 to 12,000 years old. They are the oldest skulls in the Americas. And this is the oldest of them all. The skull of a young woman nicknamed Luthia by scientists. Can she tell us who the first Americans were? Walter Neves is a physical anthropologist at Sao Paulo University in Brazil. He has been using a standard and reliable archaeological measure, the shape of the skull, to find out what race she belonged to.
91.
He fully expected Luthia to be a Mongoloid, an ancestor of the American Indians.
91.
But then he fed the measurements into the computer.
When we start running the computer and seeing the results, it was amazing because we realized that the statistics, the quantitative analysis we were doing was not showing just people to be Mongoloid. In fact, the analysis was showing these people as anything except Mongoloid.
So who was Luthia? And where did she come from? To find out, the skull was taken to a hospital in Rio de Janeiro to begin the process of reconstructing her face. The first stage was to make a three-dimensional CAT scan of Luthia's skull in order to build a replica. The cast was then given to Richard Neve of the University of Manchester in England, one of the world's leading forensic artists, to recreate her features.
That, to me, is a Negroid face that has all the features you associate with a Negroid face. The proportions of the face, it doesn't say anything about it being a Mongoloid.
Was this then the face of a first American? Her reconstruction is confirmed by measurements Walter Neves has taken of all his skulls.
The first reaction was not to believe in it. But as the results, repeated so many times, and the result is exactly the same thing. They are very similar to nowadays Aborigines and Africans, and no similarity at all with Mongoloids in Asia or with American Indians.
When I was reading to prepare for this interview, I was quite surprised to see you use the word Aborigines talking about African Americans.
Yep. Mic check, mic check. So here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, y'all. First and foremost, right, we're gonna address the lie that they told off the top that can't explain the bone, right? Lucia. They told you about the Bering Strait. It's not even a theory. It's a fantasy, right? It's not real. Okay? But I've explained to this, shout out to Ted. I explained to several times, but I explain this again because maybe somebody is gonna catch it. Okay, listen. If you had a bridge or land, say the water was not raised all the way up where it is, right? So it was land there, right? During this time period of 25,000 to 15,000, I even give you to 10,000 years ago, it was only chocolate people on this planet. So if anybody would have been coming across some land right there, it would have been chocolate people. Well, they have already debunked this thing. They said about an ice wall. They talked about there are no bones, there are no animals that they were supposed to be chasing across this Bering Strait thing. So once again, that's pseudo, and it fits. It used to fit their political game, but now that the evidence, that the bones, that the art, that the every fucking thing, the scholarship and everything that you could find here, right? And I could prove this. I could prove this in 2 seconds, y'all. That everything that you find here, right, goes against the Bering Strait crossing and Mongoloids. Okay, that don't exist. That's even a term that don't exist. They can't use anymore. So that those scientists knew that when they were saying it. Now, he was mad. Walter Nevis, whatever. He was mad, and he kept doing the putting the measurements in and stuff like that. And he kept coming back with Negro face that he's associated with Africa. Okay. Now, we talked about this once again. We still don't have all the things that we have here that predate Africa, and skulls are one of them. So people say, "Well, you saying now you got to have 4 skulls?" Yeah, I mean that would be a start. You know what I mean? To try to come on down, like we got that scholarships here.
So
hey, Renee,
100%. You believe
produce some scholarship that says that all these people were transferred across the Atlantic Ocean that was stolen from somewhere, and so the evidence don't fit what you guys are doing. So we're only going with the evidence that we're saying, and we're just saying that these people right here, if they find black people in there, they're going to say they're African. Well, we know that we inhabited this whole planet. And we know that out of Africa is a goddamn theory that we will debunk. If we might have to do part 2 tonight if it get too late. And we got so much information. We all got so much information. It's crazy. So y'all, come on, y'all. Do y'all really want to smoke? Please go back to.
We got an elder in the building.
Yoga.
We got an elder in the building. We got Kansu in the building, fam. You know, Kansu gonna have you with some documents. We ain't gonna be able to talk.
Listen. We the squad killers over here, right?
Be careful what you
wish for, that includes Team Osiris too. They getting his work too tonight. That's why he's talking right now. But he's in the bag like the first or second week of American Aborigine History Show over at Vortex Media. So he knows this. The Mexican we got him on a milk carton. I mean, are y'all serious right now? Really, Constable?
Okay. So you believe that video 100%?
Come on home, man. He already know, man. He already know. He's one of us, man. He's playing, y'all. He one of us.
Fam, you believe that video 100%?
No. That's why I'm breaking it down. I'm breaking it down, whatever, so the people can understand what they're saying. But here's the thing, right? They said that he's going off the most reliable thing to identify people, right? Is this craniology? I said that before we even got started. Craniology. So if you use craniology to attach your black ass in Zimbabwe, you have to use the same fucking science in Brazil, in Mexico, in Georgia, Canada, whatever. So it's the same thing. What are you talking about? And I'm gonna say this again: out of Africa has been debunked.
So you believe it?
Nah, what believe what? I don't believe
The
shit.
video. I'm saying the video.
Nah, I don't. I believe that. I believe that they can't hide the fact that we was here because all the bones of us, none of the bones is mongoloid. See y'all. See, here's the problem, right? They just told you that the oldest, right, that goes back 12,000 years. What they don't tell you that the ones that go back 5,000 years, 6,000 years, 3,000 years, 2,000 years, 1,500 years. You know what I'm saying? All chocolate people. They are not mixed people. And guess what? They weren't even mixed in Europe at these particular times. They weren't even mixed in Asia at this particular time. Y'all are the same people that say, "Oh yeah, these people look like Chinese people," but just Chinese people didn't look like Chinese people during this time period. What are y'all talking about, man? Will y'all please have several fucking seats? Y'all listen, man, and don't ever, never, never. Y'all have no evidence to bring on anything. And we gonna have to do a whole show on SlaveWars.com to show people that it's some bullshit.
Let's do it.
It's not. It has nothing to do with bringing over millions of people. That's why they have taken it down considerably. So, Reggie, that no. So, like I said, man, you know, here's a problem, man. Y'all need to adjust your whole thing right now, right? It's not getting power. Even if you're trying to get reparations, you're not gonna get reparations from that type of stuff. Hold on a second, y'all.
Yeah, while Chief go in on that, I'm gonna screenshot just a few more things right quick.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, go ahead. Who's that? Aboriginal. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in on some of these mummies.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get you. There you go.
Some of the oldest mummies in the world found in Mesoamerica. Mummies are bodies that have been embalmed and wrapped with layers of fabric in order to preserve them. Although ancient Egyptians are the best known mummy makers, the ancient Chicaro, who lived in what we now known as Chile, made mummies in around 5000 BC. The Egyptians are believed to have begun mummifying bodies at the time of the first dynasty, around 3100 BC. So right there is just.
But what you reading from though, fam? What you reading from?
I'm reading from the American Indian Encyclopedia, and I'm gonna go down.
Show it.
These are the reference points right here. What you want to see, the book?
Yeah. So he reading from the encyclopedia. American Indian. Okay, see, I'm not a scholar, so I don't know if that's supposed to be something legit or something that's supposed to mean something. I'm not sure, but
this book, if you want to Google the book, it's actually appraised on Amazon and other websites at bro $50,000.
Nuh-uh. Let's do it right now. I'm finna do it right now. You said on eBay?
Anywhere, Amazon, eBay, anything.
And you got it?
That's what I'm reading.
That book, if you saying that book $50,000, man, don't tell me that, fam. I had a whole bunch of... No, you say on eBay?
eBay, Amazon, whatever.
What? For 50
Hey man. Hey, Ty Data. Yeah. Now listen, man, I've been riding with you this whole time, man. But you told me Consul was a smart guy. You told me this. He just said that I have yet to explain to him. First of all, he said I don't want no smoke. First off, I love smoke. I smoke all the time. I'm about to smoke right now. So I love smoke, Consul. That's the first thing. So you're wrong right there. But second thing is, we have shown the etymology, the etym of this word Aborigine, Consul. We're not even gonna go there, you know, tonight, because that's the 101 class. You know what I'm saying? We're in the next level of this right now, right? Okay, so you were talking about just the first inhabitants. You can translate it however you want to translate it, but you know it translated from French, Latin, things of that nature. So to where it is today, but it still meant the first inhabitants, the ones who sprung from that place. So that's all we got to say about that, man. So that's not even Consul. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? That's all you got? See, that's why I said, man. That's why y'all all on the chopping block right now, because y'all y'all have the weakest rebuttals, the weakest information out of all the stuff that you said so far that we were presenting. You're still talking crazy.
Hold on.
We have debunked. We debunked your bones. We debunked science. We debunked everything that y'all are doing, man. What are y'all talking about? And then all y'all can say is Tutters are talking about that video shows out of Africa because the white boy told you, because he was lying the whole time, he told you that that person was African. Because he was Negroid, he's African, right? So are you calling the Negritos in China Africans? Are you calling the people in Fiji Africans?
I see what you're saying.
Come on, man. Y'all suck, man.
Right. Because he had the story that they came from Africa, but there was no proof that bone came from Africa, that mummy came from Africa. So
well, you just said the paleo era and the archaic era, whatever we going, all those people are African too?
Yeah, so obviously he must have so then that means he must, whatever that thing it must have walked or must have got hit by a boat. So is that what they saying? Because that dude did say, they African, but he didn't have no other category to put him in either. So there is no other category to put him in either. So it either had to been African or white.
But no, they said that's a Negroid face.
Right, that's a Negroid face. But then he was saying they came out of Africa, but
But listen though, that's another word spell. That's once again.
Right, he didn't have no.
That's once again.
He didn't have no other category. He didn't have.
That's giving his white ass. But listen though, fuck their categories. It don't matter about the categories. They created the categories. You see what I'm saying? They could create anything. So we fuck all the labels, y'all. Let's put all the labels down. Let's don't worry about the labels. We know that that's our ancestor. We know that she has ancestors that built civilization. Period. And if you see corn all over the world, in India and all over the world, shout out to Korea Mayo. You know what I'm saying? That comes from us. That comes from America. So that means that we were trading all over the world, man. All over the world, Craig. And y'all know that we've been circumnavigating this planet thousands of years prior to. And y'all just believe that they waited till they brought us here. That's crazy. When y'all Professor Smalls just told y'all they was coming back and forth on vacation for hundreds of thousands of years. Y'all suck. Bro, y'all suck, man. It looks bad. Y'all look like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all suck. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. And listen, man, we got so much shit. I got so much shit myself. We ain't got time to beat y'all up with it, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We could just look up any term that y'all want to say, and it embarrasses y'all. We can look up any documents that you want to say, because you can't go to the Constitution, because the Constitution backs us up. Anytime that I ask y'all to produce something that made us all slaves, you can't. So if I keep saying in this whole slavery thing, we got to stop teaching this to our children that it's fake. Why is that? Why are y'all so mad? You see how that worked? You see how psychological damage has worked so great on you that you'll just keep on teaching this bullshit to keep your child scared and inferior to a weaker people. The fuck is wrong with y'all? I even had people that was mad at me because I consider myself a supremacist. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you can't do that. Why? What? Why not? Fact. If everybody else is fighting you just going and proud of themselves. You can't be proud of yourself. The people that created civilization all over this planet. We ain't gonna talk about the inventions. I don't care about that. Come on, man. We're gonna hey, listen, man, we're gonna keep putting our foot in y'all asses every time, man. Y'all need to start making some videos about comedic yoga or something, man. Go ride some goats or something, nigga. We don't care over here. We ain't no oath takers. We don't care about nothing y'all talking about. We're gonna destroy all of that. And the more y'all keep doing it, it's just gonna keep getting worse. And the crazy part about it, we didn't even want to put all this type of information out because we really wanted to debate y'all. We really do. We want to put this out on the big stage, but y'all can't, y'all have nothing. Kansu, you can't put nothing in this in Tut, bro. You can't put nothing in the chat room that will make us say, yo, let's go look that up, y'all.
Get him on a panel. Get him on a panel.
Man, anybody, y'all know everybody's welcome. Can you run the video back? Nope. We ran it
Let
back
me
already.
let me break a spell for him right quick, y'all. Let me go ahead and break a spell for him right quick.
Break it.
All right, this word monkey they like to use, right?
Monkey.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get your screen. Hold on 1 second. Let me get your screen.
All right. Yeah, see, we got to start really looking at how they really use words and how these terms are so different from what we are using now. And that's what etymology does. It gives you the source of what the word really means. Now, if anybody want to, of course, they can join in and look it up with me. But as you see here, I went to monkey as a noun, okay? And I'm gonna read it.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me
All right.
What the hell? Okay. Go ahead, fam.
All right. So let me read it for y'all so nobody feel like I'm leaving out nothing. All right. 1520s, likely from an unrecorded Middle Low German, Monarchy or Middle Dutch, Monarchan or whatever, colloquial word for monkey, originally a diminutive of some Romantic word, compare French, Monet, Middle Italian, Monicchio, from Old Italian, Mona, Spanish, Mona, eight monkey, and a 1498 Low German version of the popular medieval beast story, Roman Renard. Monarchy is the name given to the son of Martin the Ape. Transmission of the word to English might have been via itinerant entertainers from the German states. Okay, now here's where it gets tricky. The old French form of the name is Monarchine. Okay, Monarchine in a 14th century version from Hainaut, okay, which could be diminutive of some personal name, or it could be from the general Romantic word, which may be ultimately from Arabic, my imam, monkey, literally auspicious, literally auspicious, a euphemistic, all right, a euphemistic usage because the sight of apes was held by the Arabs to be unlucky. All right. The word would have been influenced in Italian by folk etymology from Mona, woman, a contraction of Madonna, my lady. Okay, so what we got to do is go right here. See, this word right here is the trick. Euphemistic. All right. Euphemistic. So what does euphemistic mean? Well, let's go to it right quick. All right. Euphemistic. From euphemism. Euphemism. All right. From Greek, euphemisos, use a favorable word in place of an auspicious one. Superstition, avoidance of words of ill omen during religious ceremonies. Also of substitutions such as Eumenides for the Furies. This is from the euphemism. Speak the fair with fair words. Use words of good omen. So it's telling you, euphemistically they using monkey euphemistically as a code word. Am I the only one that's getting this, or did I just did I go too far? Do I need to look up auspicious? Hold on, let me look up auspicious. I don't want nobody to think I'm making this up, man. I'm letting you know that they use certain words nowadays for code words. All right, auspicious, of good omen. From Latin, auspicium, divination by observing the flight of birds. Okay, from auspex. All right, auspex, one who observes flight of birds for the purpose of taking omens. Interpreter of omens given by birds. Observer of birds. All right, birds. It's talking about observing auspiciously, euphemistically. So euphemistically, let's get back to it. Euphemism. Use of a favorable word in place of an auspicious one. Superstitions, avoidance of words of ill omen during religious. Okay, you got to realize that when they say monkey, it's a code word. They're not actually talking about monkeys. Now, I'm gonna try to find a site. Maybe I can do it later on or something. That actually shows you how they said a rogue. A rogue was actually considered a businessman in those times. A lady was considered a whore in those times. Now, this is back in the 1400s and early 1500s and stuff. That's how they use these words. So when they saying monkey, it's really a code word that which they could be saying human beings. This is just something that we got to take in consideration when this is what you got to know when you using etymology and language. We got to know, okay, well, how did they use the word then and how they using it now? And that's one of the points I wanted to make. And another thing, just to show more as far as the Spanish coming here, I got an article right here with the letter of Giovanni de Verrazzano, the letter to King Francis I of France, the 8th of July, 1524. Now, even myself, I've been to my own museum in my area in Anderson, South Carolina. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a damn because I'm protected. Anybody come mess with me or try to stop me, you're dead. Other than that, I went to my Anderson Museum and I found an article of Hernando de Soto. Okay, and this article right here is pretty much the same thing. Like I say, I'm just gonna skim over it and I'll share it with anybody who want it in the chat or whatever, just so they can read over it. But you can find this article on Google. You know, I got it on PDF, and I got four more articles from Spanish explorers reporting back to what they saw here in the Americas. And they always describe the people as being dark skinned with bushy hair and well proportioned people. Now you see here, here's a map of his exploration. And you see right here, this is the coast of the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? So it's showing you right here, the trail to the Carolinas near Cape Fear. All right. So it goes into that and it tells you right here. They go completely naked except that around their loins. They wear skins of small animals like martens, with a narrow belt of grass around the body, to which they tie various tails of other animals which hang down to the knees, like a fox tail or a raccoon tail. The rest of the body is bare, and so is the head. Some of them wear garlands of bird feathers. They are dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians. Okay, they are dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians. So it's not saying we are Ethiopians. It's just saying we look like Ethiopians. Okay, with thick black hair, not very long, tied back behind the head like a small tail. As for the physique of these men, they are well proportioned, of medium height, a little taller than we are. Okay, so we all know that most of us in America do have well proportioned bodies. You know what I'm saying? Our necks ain't too long, our arms don't be too long, you know, our legs don't be too long. Most of our bodies are well proportioned. So that's another way to show great distinct from an American, because we know a lot of Africans, and I'm not trying to be funny, because I do know African people and I love them because they are good people, and I'm not against Africans. But some Africans do have extra long limbs or extra long necks. You know what I'm saying? And we already know about the phenotype. Their eyebrows are further apart at the nose bridge. Their cheeks are further apart than ours.
Where you get that from? Where you get that information from?
From the phenotypes?
Yep.
You could just look at some pictures, bro. That's okay.
We'll see. Yeah, we dealing in a different ball game though, man. We got to be able to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, man. Okay, so everybody go look at pictures from Africa and look at pictures from people from America, and you'll be able to tell the difference between the cheekbones, the eyes, and the limbs. The only thing we share in common more of is our noses, our sometimes our eye shapes, and the skin color. Other than that, their bodies be shaped different. You know what I'm saying? They woman. I haven't seen a thick African woman yet. I'm just being real. I'm speaking for myself. But
They
I'm gonna
got
keep going. All right. But yeah, it's just describing. So it's a some of them wear garlands of bird feathers. They dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians, with thick black hair, not very long. Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. Before I forget, I almost forgot. Okay, so yeah, so check this out. So this was written in the 1500s, right?
Right.
Okay, so they translated it. So whoever written it, translated and is writing it for us right now, say it came out in 2014. Okay,
right.
So it has been translated and translated. By the time they got to it, the facts is Ethiopia wasn't Ethiopia during this time in 1500s. So
that's right.
When they say something was Ethiopian, they're saying that it was just dark skinned people. They're speaking Latin. So they kept Ethiopia like maroon. You know what I'm saying? That's how we leave it maroon, and we just change the meaning of it. And if they change the meaning of it, then they can change the location of it in your mind. Now Ethiopia in your mind is back in Africa. Everything is always to tie you back to Africa in your mind, Unc. Black Aboriginal power.
That's a fact.
Y'all in trouble because y'all should have just opened, just welcomed us in with open arms. Y'all thought y'all were gonna haze us and play with us. We're not no other community. We are your grandma's community, homie. We are the truth. This is right here. Y'all can't fuck with y'all. Are y'all serious? I can't believe the ignorance of the shit that y'all say out y'all mouths, man. It's so y'all careers are over with this African shit, man. Nobody wants to hear about nobody wants to hear about shit. Motherfucker gonna be covering up their unks with feathers because that's the facts. Oh, I don't care what nobody say no more, man. Man, every time I hear it, man, I'm just gonna make my head hurt because I'm like, yo, how does that help us get power? I'll wait. How are you gonna even get power in Kemet? I'll wait. How you gonna even get any power in West Africa, Central Africa, North, anywhere? The only way you're gonna get power is connect your ass back here, connect your children back here, and get all that you're supposed to get. And it starts in your mind first. It starts socially. It starts spiritually. It starts educationally. Like we cannot keep allowing. No, it just can't happen, y'all. We cannot allow these people to keep miseducating, medically murdering our people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do that show one day, man. Again, it's gonna be dope. Let me break it down, you know what I'm saying? And anything we do is we coming from an Aboriginal standpoint anyway, y'all. So peace and love to the family. I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, so this I got about 4 more letters from Spanish explorers explaining pretty much the same thing. They describing the people, they telling what they found, they telling about the monuments and artifacts that they seen, they telling you about the rivers and waters. They just basically reporting back what they seeing to their ruler. And it speaks for itself once you read it, because how can you have 4 different explorers at 4 different times telling their rulers the same thing?
That makes sense right there. That makes sense.
And like I say, man, it's really just the point of, we doing this to give people a better understanding of as much universal knowledge as we possibly can about ourselves. It ain't about trying to segregate the people from who they claim to be. It speaks for itself. If you from Africa and you want to be an African, then rep Africa, go to Africa and help your people over there. But while you over here with us and we claiming our land that you ain't claiming, you know what I'm saying? So when the shit hit the fans, who y'all gonna be with? Are y'all gonna be with us, or y'all gonna be trying to escape to Africa? Because that's what really matters at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all got the same oppressor supposedly, or is it y'all helping them oppress us too? I mean, this is the thing that we trying to figure out while we learning our information. Who's really the enemy? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about us fighting each other, and we supposed to be all globally or earthly brothers and sisters across the earth. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that all of a sudden now that people are trying to stand up and get people to notify that they been here, or that most of us do have genealogy and lineages that are here, or maybe even some of us never left this land at all. Some of us maybe never did intermix with Africans. You see what I'm saying? So before we get to all of that, we at least claiming and proving our land and identify ourselves correctly. You know what I'm saying? So we're not trying to brainwash nobody into believing anything. Fact check all of us. You know what I'm saying? So like I say,
Facts.
what the HOK and all of them are doing, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're trying to uphold their doctrine from all the people that they keeping up, and from their own livelihoods of keeping up all the time that they done wasted and knowledge that they got. They really upset right now. They mad because they know that they got gypped. They got gypped. So they gotta
Hey,
figure out every
niggas
angle
owe
they
money
possibly can.
for student loans and everything, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
this stuff
y'all should
ain't
be
that
trying to sue
long, man.
for that miseducation for your African American ass degree you got. That shit suck, nigga.
Oh shit!
Fake
I got a question.
ass shit.
I got a
Hey man,
question.
I first heard this story, man. Hey, I got to tell y'all the story. They actually teach the story that they was playing music and then they got the people in Liberia. Now this is Liberia now. Liberia was created by them, but they played music and they tricked them to get them down on the boat. I was like, yo, man, y'all serious?
You talking about like Peter
Y'all
Clapper or
gonna
some shit like that? Like they was
nah,
like,
just like they were just having a party and they were just having fun. You know, that's how they teaching it. That's how they teach it in African American studies, that it wasn't like a kidnapping. It was more like a party, or more like definitely cheap labor. Motherfuckers getting like paid like $6 a year, shit like that. Y'all understand that it was cheaper? It was absolutely cheaper to bring in seasonal workers. So y'all be like, oh, no, don't call slaves seasonal workers. Well, don't call all the motherfucking Haitian people motherfucking slaves either, motherfuckers. Stop that shit. That's why I get on y'all heads. That's why I get on Tariq head. Don't make a motherfucking movie and call all the motherfucking Haitian people slaves. A slave population.
I got a
You
question.
dumbasses.
I got a
What the fuck is
question.
wrong with y'all, man?
I got a question, and then I got a point I wanted to make that somebody made over at HOK that I didn't see nobody touch yet. But first off, I want to say who would be the who would be the founder or who would be the top or the creator of the the Aboriginal philosophy or the Aboriginal knowledge? Who is the head guy? Who's the founder?
Your grandmama. Your grandmama.
So there's no one man like
No.
such and such or some shit like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Got you. Now, one thing one of the brothers touched on today is that they talked about their culture. He talked about certain foods that they eat. He talked about certain traditions that they got that also links them back to Africa. I haven't heard nobody touch on that.
Listen, bro.
But also,
Didn't we already explain? Hey, Asar.
But also again, the guy's not North American either. So I don't know how that worked, but he did touch on that. I haven't heard nobody touch that yet.
Well, I say this, and when I heard him say it, I was like, well, listen, brothers, because you guys see everything from Africa and came here, that's why you seeing it like that. We're not emulating Africans. So-called Africans are emulating us. So please stop it. So most of you guys are getting it in reverse. You're getting your understanding in reverse. There's no such thing as a con. There's no such thing as none of these things y'all saying is not in their language.
So you
these are created things by these people.
So you saying his
please calm down.
So you saying his traditions started here and the Africans took it?
I mean, I don't know what everybody else's tradition is, but we have an American culture.
You saying
even if you don't call it, listen. Even if you don't call it Aboriginal, you don't call it black, you don't have to put no label on it. It's just American, right?
Right. So
baseball, apple pies, hockey, soccer, every motherfucking thing that makes America great, electricity, cotton, corn, came from us.
So you say
period.
Yeah, I'm a little confused though, Chief. I'm trying because I'm trying to sum this up because they made a claim that he got African traditions in his family.
He might. Some people might. Some people might. Some people, some people might be still jumping brooms. But I still ask the question. Show me the so-called African people over there jumping brooms, because Kunta Kinte is fake.
I mean, but really, anyway,
listen,
by
man,
now,
no, man, casket. This is a closed casket.
Plenty of tradition.
This is a scapping. We had to close the casket on y'all fools, man. Listen, man, no. Dearly departed. And we didn't even get, dog, we got to do like 5 shows to get the information out, to show people, oh, y'all never show information. Y'all are tripping. Oh, he showed a video. Really? So what you're going to say is you're going to read something that you don't understand, and then you say our video is not bringing in the information. Really? When you hear out of Rick Kittle's, we didn't even get to that part, but out of these people's mouths, what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? Walter Nevis out his mouth, as opposed to Unc saying that he said that. This is what Unc said. Oh, Unc, listen, we caught you. That's why I wanted to play the video. He said that the dude said he was Australords. He clearly said African, but that don't mean it's out of Africa. I need y'all to understand that these words are social political constructed words to put the white boy in political power in Brazil.
In
Brazil.
Yeah, but
yeah, they did it in Europe first. Shit, they listen. Europe was chocolate first.
No, I'm saying the out of Africa theory place the white people in Europe. It literally does that. It literally says man came from Africa, and then when he got like the Europe and shit, you know what I'm saying, he like turned white, and so that's their land.
Tut said I am African. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, brother.
I'm saying that's the theory. That's the theory. At least I don't know the full thing, but my version of the theory, from what I hear, is that man's supposed to left Africa, and then he's supposed to went to the Middle East, and then went to Asia, and then when he got to Europe, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was white. And so therefore he was the last one, and he was the full human, and everybody else was like subhuman type things, and so it places him in Europe. Now see, I don't think a lot of people understand that argument. So when they talk to out of Africa theory, and when they talk about that, they don't understand that they are placing white people in Europe where they belong, and that was one of the most important parts of the out of Africa theory, is to place them in Europe. I don't think a lot of people get that. But like I say, I'm not a scholar or anything, and that's just my perspective. No scholarship involved.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, man. I don't even know. I just say this, man. We've been taught so many lies. You know what I mean? And you definitely have to fact check, and cross-reference everything that's told to you. And if you can't cross-reference and you can't do certain things, it's probably not real. And that's where we get back to the Nat Turner. Nat Turner was created to scare you, and to put the more
so how'd you
warriors
come up with that though? You got to show us how'd you
no. I was just digging in the rabbit hole when they announced that they was making this movie. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna because listen, y'all, I used to Nat Turner was one of my heroes. One of my aliases used to be Nat Burner. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me nothing about Nat Turner, right? But I had never done any research on it, right? So when I started doing research on it, it wasn't going well for him being a real person. And then once I found out that he wasn't, and it's just all the story from my research, not from your research.
But you should
from my research.
But you should tell us that.
No. No. That'd be like researching Jesus, right? And then you're gonna tell me that he's real, and I'm saying that well, I got this information right here. It's up to you. I'm not about to hold your hand and do that. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, right. I'm saying why don't you tell us that instead of just saying he fake, just say well according to I tried to do some research on him and I couldn't find nothing. You
Well,
see what I'm saying?
listen. It's not
So that opens it
Callaway.
up. So that opens us up to like well if Chief Holiday can't find nothing then I can't really rebut him if I ain't found nothing.
Well, listen though. All the butthurt people that are mad about that, you would think that they would have came out today on their show instead of being butthurt and crying about it. That was the trap. Y'all bit it like a big mouth bass. Y'all just bit it like, oh, I put the trap out there for you, and you bit it, but you didn't do any research to say, oh no, here she go right here. I heard one of them say that they got a letter. Here's how they do. They'll say something about a letter to Frederick Douglass, right? I just showed you a letter from Frederick Douglass. Produce the letter from Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman. I'll wait. Produce these slave papers, man. Y'all see that's the point. We have been fooled with a movie, with books, with stories, bedtime stories for children. Grow the fuck up. Stop teaching your children these dumbass shit, man. It don't work. And y'all listen, even if it all was true, right? But it's not. Say we was in servitude for 400 years. We wasn't. That's biblical. That's dumb. So the next person to say that, I think I'm gonna cuss you out. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna cuss you out. Like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? Like listen, you're not gonna count. You're just gonna be 400 years. The Bible. That's it. We've been bondage for 400 years. We came from a foreign land, really. Well, foreign to these motherfuckers was the 13 colonies, and then foreign motherfuckers was not the 13 colonies. Y'all see what I'm going with that? Shut up, man. It's too dumb, man. It's too goddamn dumb. And it's always amazing, like all these black generals and black presidents in Mexico. It's always amazing. Like, so yeah, all the rest of the people in all the Mexican, so-called Mexican territories wasn't black either? Or chocolate, really? And that's another thing, though. Shout out to Penny, a.k.a. Sister Renee. I asked her, she keeps going in on the black thing, right? And I don't have a problem with that, Sister Renee. I actually like the color black as a clothes, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But if I put a piece of charcoal up and on my hand and I put a penny up, I'm going to look closer towards the penny. Yes, that work? So that just, people say black. You're not saying black as a color. You're saying black as a political statement. But I just want to know what political statement are you making by calling yourself that? You know what I mean? So anybody wanted to come on here and explain that to us, we'd definitely be interested in hearing that.
Yeah. Put your link in the chat room. But bottom line, man, is that at some point we're gonna get we're gonna have to get a hold of this culture, and we're gonna have to tighten up. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to be able to respect each other. I'm not saying we don't, but have types of respect with each other. I heard you yesterday talking about learning how to disarm. Mean mugging motherfuckers, drugged up motherfuckers. Learning how to disarm. At some point we're gonna have to tighten that up. I know it's a new stage and everybody getting a lot of attention and it's people messing up and not liking each other. But at some point, man, we're gonna have to come together and get this culture together. You see what I'm saying? And so, but that's what it's all about, because at the bottom line, them Africans or whatever you want to call them, they're shining, fam. They're shining. They rolling around in business and shit. They got dope ass software, tight ass phones. They shining. Bottom line. So if ain't nobody trying to do that, and if ain't nobody trying to get that, then ain't no point to none. Ain't no point to none of it. You feel me?
Yep.
And so,
absolutely.
And so we in a time now where we can print our own island, y'all. And fucking island, like literally. So we in those type of times where we ain't gotta ask for no goddamn land. We can literally make some. You see what I'm saying? So we in those times, and you got some people over here. You got your boy Ty Data over here. I'm over here. I'm on it. I got the company on deck right now. I just hope some people just don't, try to sabotage it or nothing, and try to sabotage it or nothing. But we in those times, man, and we have that potential. And I don't think nobody else's heads is over there. I don't think other people's heads is over there. Now, I don't want to make this no church thing or no religion thing, but I just don't think a lot of people really understand the times that we living in, where we can print our own houses and we can print our own island, family. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about an island, man.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
That's right. And so I don't think people understanding that.
So, hey, peace and paradise to all the family, man. If y'all haven't joined TribeUp.app yet, man, please hit that link, man. Join up, follow me, I follow you back. Let's make that the new social media for ourselves, man, and then build your tribe, man. You know what I mean? A tribe up. We definitely appreciate everybody, man. And we're just gonna keep bringing the heat. It's getting late, man, and Ty, we might have to go out with a little music or something, man. You got anything else you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
No, man, I guess I just said it all, but I do want to say to the Aborigine community, man, we at some point, man, we in the community, we understand, you know what I'm saying. So you guys ain't gotta prove it to us, but at some point you gonna have to prove it to the world. You're going to have to prove this shit to the world. All the scholars before everybody, all the scholars that people talk about, Ivan Van Sertima and all the greats, they proved shit to the world. You see what I'm saying? And at some point, you know what I'm saying, at some point we going to have to get to that level. Now, you see what I'm saying? It's cool with proving to us and proving to the little groups or whatever, But I mean, if y'all really in for it and trying to take it up a notch, you're gonna have to prove it to the world. And so that's what them dudes. That's what the guys, the bootleg Africans. That's what they do. They're not talking about, man, I'm trying to prove this to some lady in the laundromat and shit on her iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. They saying prove this shit to the world, to the planet. Now that's a whole different other ball game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At some point.
I don't even know, man. I just lost my train of thought. Shout out to all the family members. Look at all this. Shout out to Highlights. Shout out to Nonetheless. Shout out to Mama Rika. High Vibes. Jazzy Zai Fox. Shalom. Miracuro. Elohim, Root, Works, What It Do, Kawa, Peace, Seen Consu in there. Consu, What It Do, my brother. Tut. I'm gonna get that name good. Ankara. Yeah, Ankara. Shout out to Tut, man, hanging in there with us, man, and getting this information. That's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you really have opposition or something, you should definitely know the side of your opponent just as well as they know it. You know what I'm saying? So, what else we got there?
So we're gonna go ahead and go out. You ready?
Yeah, you got my song?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, shout out to Corey. Yeah, man. Peace and paradise to everybody, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight, man. We had fun. And man, shout out to Jaguar Olmec. Great information, young brother, man. I definitely appreciate it. You definitely brought some heat tonight. You gave some people definitely some things that we gonna look up and to research.
Tribe up.
I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, shout out to Jaguar Olmec, man. Shout out to Aboriginal Power, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man, and building with us. Shout out to the homie Thompson, this one, man. As always, man, you definitely bringing the heat, man. And giving the people a great perspective, man, and your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Not just bringing the information. Anybody can just read something, but being able to have discernment to be able to break it down so we can extract the wealth out of these words and things they're doing to us. So, man, yeah, so shout out to the Thompsons one, man. Shout out to Ty Data, man. You know what I'm saying? The cyborg always working, man. One of the hardest working men in the industry. So, man, we're going to get it cracking, man. And y'all, man, y'all just getting started, man. Y'all already know the truth is in the building. Man, we here, man. We're going to be here tomorrow night. Somewhere we're going to be doing something. I don't know, man. Shout out to Light Paul. Yeah, man, we're gonna be working somewhere, man. We're gonna be putting this information in. We might have to do a squad killer too, to keep, you know, because we got a lot of information to put on record. You know what I'm saying? And just basically dispute everything that has been said. You know. So that's what it is, man. So peace and paradise, everybody, man. So let's get to it, Ty. Yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here. Peace, y'all.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I never go back on my promise. Yeah, one thing I don't like, to be honest. They gon' keep popping until I pop up. Look at them acting astonished, claiming they trapped out of Hondas. They must was living in Disneyland. I was uptown with his problems, stuck on the post selling milligrams. They wouldn't last for a minute, man. Pulling all nighters, them double shifts. Call them plug re-up, I'm finished, man. Twice in a day, that's a double flip. Effing and twins, call them double mints. Chew through your flesh like it's double mint. Homicide asking my whereabouts. Nobody know where the fuck you went. Refuse to be tame, I'm a different beast. Grinding one straight in the dicky fleece. I'm on the road with the money yet, and I need a bean for a 50 piece. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God. This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the Fed God in these niggas. Serving who moving that white. Yeah, I done got used to this life. I done grew heartless, stuck in the darkness. I know my future was bright. I'm at the stove and I'm knee deep, cooking your Gotti on repeat. Rifles inside of the trap, try to run up ahead. I'ma shoot, make you retreat. Niggas is not to be trusted. Searching for info, I won't reveal it. Gripping the handle, I clutch it. Shoot 'em broad day and I won't conceal it. Niggas be trying to stay relevant. The game is designed for intelligence. Hustle, I do it in fashion. Trippin' designer, that's elegant. I know they gon' hate for some odd reason. I'm a pole and they blocking a Dodge Demon. Give me some top from that main bitch. She gon' swallow my nut like it's God semen. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God in me. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fed God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fed God in these niggas. This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie. Yeah. Sound like some mafia shit, John Bob.